Oh man. Hi. um, man, it's been so long since I've streamed. I feel out of place. Uh, I don't, I, huh. I don't know if I have the charisma that I used to coming back. Just, I'm just, oh, sorry. I'm having a hard time getting my words out. But hi. Hello, everyone. Um, it's been, I think, God, I don't even know, a month and a half, 2-ish months? It feels like forever since I streamed. But we're back. And we're better than ever? Question mark. For the most part, I'll get into that. Normally, I would, right after this, go do, some announcements wherein I talk about, like, the news, all recent stuff. I'm gonna skip that for this stream. I promise you all relevant streams afterward. Minus when we get back to the charity streams, I will get back to that. I don't know. I'll explain why I'm skipping the news this time. But just because I'm skipping the news doesn't mean that like I don't care about it. I promise I do. I genuinely care about everything I talk about when it comes to announcements. But I just want to skip it for right now because I have a lot to talk about. Hello, Leah. It's good to see you again. So I'm gonna, first of all, I'm gonna put on music. Oh man. And then I'm gonna switch screens. Come on, me, where are you? Come on, me. There we are. Oh man. Hi. Hi, everyone. Huh. This is so weird. I think this is probably the longest break I've taken from streaming. Because I took the entirety of December off. And then I took some of January off. And then I took the, like, just about the, well, not even just about, the entirety of February off. Now we're back. Hello. I'm gonna be so honest. I've prepped everything for stream like an hour ago. Like 2 hours, hour and so ago. I'm not normally like that, I promise. I'm very good about, getting stuff prepped day before, or even earlier in the day, but I actually was visiting with a friend a little bit earlier today, for a while, and, this time I didn't get lost on the way home. Let's go, because last time I visited that friend, I ended up on the freeway. That was an entire fiasco, that I've told before on stream, but yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about, you guys. I hope you all have been well. I hope you guys have been taking care of yourselves, in the space that I haven't been here. I'm gonna be incredibly honest with you. I am very nervous. I am very anxious. It could just kind of comes with the territory of not having been in front of you guys in so long. The atmosphere is just completely different. I'll get into why in a second, but it just feels so different. It feels weird in a way, and you know what? Change is good though. Change is necessary, and feeling this way is quite necessary. Hang on, I need my emotional support. Squishmallow, where are you? Come here. I need my giant plushie to hold on to. There we go. Okay, I just need something to hold on to while I talk. Okay. So, where do I start? You guys know, when last you saw me, I was not in good shape in December. Christ above. No. In January. I'm losing track of fucking time here. Jesus. I was not doing great in January, and I kind of chalked that up to, like, seasonal depression and anxiety, really, really bad anxiety. There's a lot more to it. I won't get into too much about what it was that happened exactly that was causing me intense mental health struggles. But the biggest piece of relevant news that I need to tell you guys about is that June and I are no longer together. As evident, she's not in the chat at all, and you guys most probably saw her comment on my latest VOD saying goodbye. We broke up in late January, around the time that I said I needed to take a break from streaming. It was, I'm not gonna get into all the details of it, because that just frankly is none of your guys' business. That is a thing between me and June, and I want you all to respect our privacy, especially her privacy. Don't go seeking her out, don't try to find her social medias, don't do shit, please. And if I find out any of you have been snooping on her profiles or trying to seek like a message with her, trying to talk to her in any relevant way, you will be permanently banned from this channel. I don't fuck around with that kind of thing. Sincerely, I do not. Please respect her privacy. Please respect my privacy. I don't wish to go further into what happened between us. It did not end amicably, as in it didn't end very well. And thus we are no longer on speaking terms. But, yes, please don't try to seek her out. Please don't try to bother her. Please just leave her alone. I have privated all of the VODs that featured her and I in it. As in, like, us doing stuff together. I can't necessarily... I think it would be a very arduous process for me to go through my thumbnails and take her out of them, so for now I'm just going to leave her in them. Even though she wasn't part of the stream in that way, I just had a tendency to put her in there. Her thumbnails that she made for me will be staying, but she is gone. She is no longer part of this channel, she's no longer part of my life, and we have just gone separate ways. So that's the first bit of relevant news that I wanted to share with you all. Hold on a second, I gotta respond to a message. Okay, sorry. But yeah, that's that. And then I was thinking of coming back in February, probably like second, third weekend to February, cause I did want to celebrate my birthday with you guys, which if you don't know, my birthday happened on the 26th February. I was almost a leap year, baby. I think about that all the time, but anyway, that's beside the point. I was thinking of coming back, because usually with tradition on this channel is my birthday hasn't landed on a weekend. I usually have to do it the day before or the day after, and I was gonna stream, and you guys would, we would celebrate it together, but, another series of unfortunate events occurred, that also just kind of, stomped me into oblivion, where I will not go into depth about this either, because that's also none of your guys' business. But a friend that, or someone that I had considered a friend, had cut contact with me. I will not explain the reason why, but those who know, know. And that kind of put me into a tailspin. So I was just having the worst fucking time ever. I was very suicidal. I was very not good mentally. I had a lot of breakdowns from probably November to mid to late February, I was crying all the time. My anxiety was so bad. I don't know if I told you guys this or not, but it was to the point where I couldn't eat because I have stomach acid reflux, and that causes me to struggle to eat. It makes me feel like I'm full all the time, and when I eat something I feel sick, like I want to throw up, and it's usually a result of like anxiety, stress, like a whole bunch of factors. And I was so fucking stressed out. I couldn't eat, and I was getting sick every single time I ate, so the most I could do was eat yogurt. But I was yeah, it was a bad time. From like December to February, it was the worst. And on top of that, I had to go to work too and act like nothing bad happened. Like nothing was going on, because you know I have a profession where I work with kids, so you can't really let them know that you're having a bad time. They pick up on it though, they certainly do. But I couldn't let them. You know, I can't tell like an 8-year-old that shit's bad, you know? So, I have acid reflux too and struggle with eating. It's rough. Yeah, I mean, I'm lucky I have some methods of medication that I can take that will allow me to eat. If it gets that bad, not much, but it still does something. But for the most part, I just have to fucking write it out. I've had this issue since like high school, and I had to get medication for it because it was so bad that I was literally 98 pounds. I was very underweight. Didn't know why, I just didn't want to eat, but now I do. So, in any case, it was just rough, my guys. It was just terrible. That night when I was streaming, the last stream with you guys before I just took that really long break, when I was crying about David Lynch, that was genuinely like me actually being upset about him dying. It was just a harsh blow to lose him, but it was also a mixture of other things, and I did kind of have a breakdown on stream in front of you guys. That was what that was. It was, I don't know if you guys could tell or not. I didn't want to admit it because, like, God, it's so embarrassing to have a mental health episode in front of people, let alone on the internet where it's immortalized. So it was just bad. But we're better now. I'm way better now. And much of it I have to owe my friends that have stuck around with me, my good friends that I met through the Beatles fandom. Those guys are great. They're wonderful people. Yeah, they got me through the worst of it. Honest to God, I was just talking to them every single day. I also was watching a lot of fucking movies, which I will talk to you guys about too. And also, I have a confession to make. I've gotten obsessed with a video game, even though I haven't played it in probably like a week or two, because I accidentally reset my progress and I'm very upset about it. But I got addicted to playing Voices of the Void. Hello, welcome in. I got addicted to playing Voices of the Void, and I fucking love that game. I'm not huge on alien shit, but I fucking love Voices of the Void, and I swear to God, we are playing that next stream. You guys, I have to show you this fucking game. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so fucking good. It's so good. Probably because it's like a task manager game, and I love task manager games. I hate farming games, but I love Voices of the Void. I love stuff that has me do menial tasks. I just struggle with it a little bit because, you know, there's like I have to go to sleep in the game or else I'll die, or eat or else I'll die. Let's see. I am glad it is at least a little better for you now. Yeah. I'm very glad, honestly. I'm just glad I'm out of December, January, February. I feel so much better. So much better. Life feels great again, for various reasons. I've also been retreating into films. I made a fucking Letterboxd, embarrassing. I saw that. I was debating adding you on Letterboxd because I saw it, but I was like, no. I won't do that just yet because I don't want to surprise jump scare you because I have a Letterboxd as well. But yeah, yeah. You guys should see my fucking Letterboxd for January through February. It's fucking insane. Insane. I watched so many fucking movies, and some of them I think I were rewatches and stuff, so I like didn't put them down because I don't usually put stuff down for rewatches unless it's Perks of Being a Wallflower. I watched that movie 3-4 fucking times in a row. I have a problem. That movie was my comfort movie for a hot second. Anyway, my birthday. I should tell you guys about my birthday. I had a really fucking good day. I had a great day, actually. My birthday was great. I got so many messages from people wishing me a happy birthday. I hung out. I had to go to work, unfortunately, on my birthday. But the kids were so nice. They were so sweet on my birthday. And there's one little instance that I think about all the fucking time because it was amazing. Was I was distracted by something briefly, and one of the kids asked if I could get something for him, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I was just distracted. And he was like, no, it's okay, you don't need to say sorry on your birthday. And I just wanted to fucking cry, because like, of course I've been through all this fucking shit, and just to hear him say like, no, it's okay, you don't need to apologize on your birthday, I wanted to cry. It was the cutest, sweetest thing ever. My god. And then we made bracelets. The whole fucking day, we made bracelets. I made a whole bunch of bracelets. I have too many fucking bracelets. I have so many, guys. I can't fucking tell you how many I have. I have bracelets that I made for the Beatles that I wear every single day. I have like 5 of them because one of them just says the Beatles and then the other ones are the names of the Beatles. And then I have a matching set for my other arm. I wear both of these on both my arms. I have a matching set for the Monkees. So I have one that just says the Monkees and then all the names of the Monkees members. So now I have 10 bracelets I wear on my arm to work every single day. And I don't regret it because they are my comfort bracelets. I also have like 5 more kicking around that I don't wear that I just made for funsies. 2 of them have the names of my friends on them. 2 of them are just like cool little bracelets I made. Another one says "Oh My Love," which is a John Lennon song, and then the other one, I can't remember what the other one says. It says something, I can't remember, but you should add me on Letterboxd. I need more people on there. I'll add you ASAP. I have your Letterboxd. I saved it off of your Insta. I'll add you when I get a minute. I had to go to work on my most recent birthday, and 2 separate students brought me gifts. It was very sweet of them. Oh, that's nice. I didn't tell the kids it was my birthday until like a couple days before. Nobody brought me presents, which is totally fucking fair. I don't care about that kind of stuff. But I think the biggest, sweetest gift that the kids got me, or even the sweetest thing, it was just making bracelets. That was the nicest thing ever. I do also want to talk to you guys about the stuff I got today when I went out with my friend, and stuff I got for my birthday. So hang on. Let me get all the stuff. I have so much. Hang on. Hold the phone, everybody. I have so much I need to bring out. They're scattered everywhere. Hang on. I have a mixture of movies and books that I need to talk to you guys about. Hold on. Okay. Oh my god. I have a stack. Because I can't bring out all the stuff that I got from the secondhand bookstore because it's all scattered. But I will get the stuff I got from Barnes & Noble out, though. Yeah, everything I got from the secondhand bookstore is scattered to the winds because I'm a little too efficient at book organization. A little too organized. A bunch of my reviews are like 2-sentence zingers, but my opinions are genuine, I promise. LOL, that's so fair. I don't do reviews much anymore on my Letterboxd. I used to, like when I first made it, but not anymore. Because I don't have the brain capacity. I just use it as like a diary to remember all the stuff that I watched, mostly. Okay, let's talk about the stuff that my uncle got me for my birthday, because I love all the stuff my uncle gets me. He usually gets me a whole bunch of banger stuff. My favorite thing he's gotten me so far for Christmas is a book about child reincarnation, which is like, it's just like a bunch of studies on people who talk to kids about whether they're a reincarnate, or like they're a reincarnation of a past life. I haven't read it yet, but I'm very excited to. Yep, that's a Furby. This is my 2005 Furby. His name is Sherbert. He's hung out with me every stream almost since the beginning. And then I also have Bedtime Bear. These are my comfort stuffed animals. Anyway, let's talk about the stuff my uncle got me. He got me 2 books and 2 movies. These just came in yesterday. I want to flex them because they're all good. My uncle has killer taste. I love him very much. Shout out to my uncle. So the first book that he got me was actually Kurt Vonnegut's Slaughterhouse-Five, which is something I have been dying to read since forever. I think since I first heard about the movie, I have been wanting to read the book forever, and now I have it, which is great. I love it. I'm so excited. I know he put it as like it's a banned book. This book and the other one are banned books. He put it as, I'm sending you a couple old movies and a couple banned books that you've probably read. I thought you should enjoy them, or should have them. He's wonderful. So yeah, I'm very excited to read Slaughterhouse-Five whenever I get the chance to, because I have so many fucking books I need to read. Good God. I'm in a terrible reading slump, though. So hopefully I get a chance to read it. Slaughterhouse-Five goes crazy? I know. Had no idea there was a movie. Yeah, it's like a double feature with Grindhouse, I'm pretty sure. Or whatever the hell that movie is called. Slaughterhouse-Five and Grindhouse. I'm fairly certain. If I'm wrong, you can comment on that. But I am fairly certain that this is a fucking movie. Unless I'm stupid. Please tell me if I'm stupid. I might be. Anyway, the second book he got me was Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. I hope I pronounced that correctly. I really, really fuck with Vonnegut's writing. So I've heard. He's a very interesting writer. This one apparently, the author, this was written in the 30s, this book was, Brave New World. And it's also British, which, like, this is probably my second classic that I've gotten that's British. Because the first one I have is The Last Unicorn, which I adore The Last Unicorn so fucking bad. Oh my god, I love The Last Unicorn. It was hard to get through, but I genuinely did love reading it. So this is gonna be, like, pretty good, I would say. I'm pretty semi-familiar with British lingo, given I grew up a lot around, excuse me. I grew up around a lot of British lingo. I'm inundated with Britishness. I'm an official Brit, according to my friend Owen. Shout out, Owen. Love you to bits, my guy. But, so I'm excited to read this. I don't know why this was banned, though. I kind of would understand it for Slaughterhouse-Five, based on what I understand of it. This one I don't really know, unless, because it says, like, it's utopian. It looks interesting, based on the cover, because it's, like, technology and humans, hybrids. Anyway, so those are the books he got me. He always knows I love reading, so that's great. And then these 2 movies that he got me, I'm very interested in, because I've never heard of either of these. The first one is Eddie and the Cruisers. I love that this DVD that he got me has a parental guidance little thing on the front of it, as if I probably couldn't guess that from what I understand of the plot synopsis here. I skimmed it. I didn't actually really read the whole thing, but it takes place in 63, or at least what I understand, there's a part of it that takes place in 63. And apparently, okay, I'm just gonna read the back to you guys. They say rock and roll never dies, but one dark night in 1963, Eddie Wilson's car took a dive, off a Jersey bridge with the troubled rock idol at the wheel. His body was never found. Tom Berenger, Michael Pele, and Ellen Barkin star in this cool, compelling classic that really rocks. 20 years after the lead singer of Eddie and the Cruisers disappeared, the band's songs are harder than ever. I'm gonna stop it there because that's really funny. Oh, hello. Yes, I'm back. We're so back, everyone. You don't see parental guidance warnings anymore, really? I am kind of nostalgic for them a while. That's so fair. I am too, honestly. Anyway, this second one, so yeah, that's Eddie and the Cruisers. I really don't understand what the hell this really is about. It seems like something to do with a band, which is totally fucking fair. I love movies about bands. I'm blinking super fast, obviously, for various reasons. So I'm very excited to watch this. This one I am super confused about and don't know shit about. I remember being 14, buying an album from a record store and seeing the explicit content label and being like, okay, this is gonna go crazy. Yep, that was me too. And I would go to my local movie store and they also sold CDs and there was the parental guidance thing on it as well, or parental guidance explicit content label on it as well. So this movie's called The Commitments. I don't know shit about what it's about, because the whole thing is, I don't know how to say this. This movie, this edition of the movie that my uncle got me is entirely in Korean. I don't know if it's an export or what, but it's the back of it and some of the front is entirely in Korean. I don't know shit at all about what this is about. I didn't even look it up online, but from what I am looking at, it looks like it's about a band as well. I forgot to ask him when it came in the other day if it was an import from Korea. But this is so funny. I don't know why it's in Korean, but I am still very excited to watch this. I just hope that this movie isn't Korean dubbed and that there's like no subtitles to it if that's the case. I don't care if it's dubbed over in Korean and I need to watch it with subtitles, but I am assuming this is just an import and that it is in English. It's just got labeled everything in Korean because that's where it was primarily sold, or wherever it is he got this off Amazon. So like, I don't know, but I'm excited nonetheless. I love a mystery, and I have a DVD player, so this is gonna be a great night out. If I'll tell you what. Oh wait, I forgot something. Hang on. I forgot this little bastard is nestled in the fucking in amongst my stuff. Okay. So that's all I got from my uncle. Shout out to my uncle. He got me the coolest batch of stuff probably ever. I'm very excited to get into all of this that he got me. I gotta go put it back now. So I don't forget. And also have room on my desk because there's so much shit. I swear to God. There is so much shit. I'm sorry. That's what happens when you disappear for a month and a half. Alright, let's talk about the stuff I got from Barnes & Noble. This stuff is, I had to get a new mouse because rest in peace to my old mouse that I have had for over a decade or more. But I was cleaning the scroll wheel out because I was playing Voices of the Void and it was having because you have to use the scroll wheel for a specific task in the game. And I was having a hard time with it because it wasn't scrolling as well as I wanted it to get like the accurate number on the thing. Hell yeah. It wasn't scrolling well, and then I cleaned it out, and then I fucked up the wheel as a result of cleaning it. I was using a toothpick, which I shouldn't have. So I had to get a completely new mouse, because the scroll wheel wasn't working, and it just fucked up the whole thing. Plus, I was doing a new mouse anyway. That thing was falling apart. So now I have a new mouse. You can kind of listen to that scroll. Goddamn. Plus, I can press the button, and it does a smooth roll. Oh, I love it. I love this new mouse. It's so much better. Anyway. So, the store where I went and got my mouse, Best Buy, is right next to a Barnes & Noble. So I took a little bit of a detour out to go to Barnes & Noble and just, like, look around, see about getting some stuff for moi, and one other thing for someone else, which I will talk about. So I almost walked out of there with 4 books, 1 DVD, and a CD. I love keyboard noises, hell yeah. I love keyboard noises too, for the most part. But yeah, I almost walked out of there with 4 books, a DVD, and a CD, but I put 1 book away, so I walked out of there with 3 books, a DVD, and a CD. So let's talk about them. So the first book I got is Let's Go Play at the Adams by Mendel W. Johnson. This was originally printed in the 70s, if I'm understanding that correctly, but this was reprinted, and this had gone out of print, from what I understand as well. But this was reprinted recently because of like a little thing that Grady Hendrix is doing and trying to revive old horror novels. So I saw this because I did see this cover on Tumblr, because I follow a few people who are very into older horror, older and more obscure horror. So when I saw this, I knew I had to pick it up, because I was like, bitch, when am I ever gonna get this again? So I got it. And I love it. I love the cover of it. It's so ominous, because it's like a cracked open door and a woman tied up to a chair with some duct tape on it. And there's like a little family posed on the back. I also love the font. It's just so quintessentially like from a different era, and I adore it. Although this thing was fucking expensive as hell. It was $17. I must iterate, I don't like going to Barnes & Noble all that often unless I just really, really, really want to. Because I walk out of there spending $60 or more on books. This whole set that I got cost me fucking $85-ish, which could have been more had I not had like a $5 discount. Only $5 though, unfortunately. But in any case, second book I got is A Dark and Drowning Tide by Alison Saft, and I have to say these last two books that I got are the most beautiful covers I've ever seen in my fucking life. I adore them. $17, yes. This one is $18, so eat your heart out. I hate capitalism so fucking bad. Why did you do this to me? Yes, I spent $85. I spent $40 on this mouse also, just so you know. Thank God I have a job. Any case, I'm very excited for this book, A Dark and Drowning Tide, mostly because it's sapphic. And also, something to do with the sea, from what I understand. Like an expedition, it says on the back. I love me sapphic stuff. I don't have that many sapphic books on my shelf. Plus, look, I need more horror or thriller adjacent books that feature lesbians and or sapphics in them, so like, this was perfect for me. This is my golden fucking goose. And I've been eyeing this book up for fucking ever. What the hell is going on? Why am I getting so many messages from people today? What? I got a text message. Hold up, everybody. Hold on. Okay, I'll respond to that later. But yes. This is right up my alley. Oh, it says Dark Academia Fantasy? Why the fuck does everyone keep saying Dark Academia? This doesn't take place in a school, I don't think. Stop saying Dark Academia. Hi, Neptunes. Good to see ya. It's been so long. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so this last book I got from Barnes & Noble is called Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews, and this one I am so fucking excited for. I had also been eyeing this up on Instagram, because I have a Bookstagram. I don't actually really use it anymore. I just kind of go on there and look at stories and then leave. But this book I'm so excited for, because this I'm pretty sure is Dark Academia. It's YA, which is like, I don't really read YA anymore, but I made an exception for this because it's gay, first of all. Two main characters are boys. And there's also something to do with like fairy tale monsters in school and mutual obsession with each other. All fucking keywords that I adore. The back is also incredibly gorgeous. Like, the front of it is like this, like, claw through this main character's face with, like, vines and thorns and roses that are dying, that are crawling out of it, which is incredible. And then the back is, like, these two characters with the same, like, roses and thorns and stuff coming out of their mouth with blood. And it says, Thomas had no idea that Andrew would do anything for him, protect him, lie for him, kill for him. Court's my most loyal story liker. Yes, I am very consistent. But I'm very excited for this. You have no fucking clue. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. I hate that this was expensive as hell, though. This was $19.99. I was so... I wish there's a paperback version of this, but I'm fairly certain this is a new release, and that's why it's a hardback. Hardcover. I keep saying hardback, god damn it. Sad though, there's nothing under the dust jacket. It's just boring. Boring, 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 boring. And it's tan, which I didn't expect. But yes, those are all the books I got from Barnes & Noble. And then I went and I bought two things that aren't books. I bought a DVD and a CD. I'll talk about the CD first because this is my treasured, like, my most prized possession currently. Not all my Beatles albums that I spent almost $100 on. This fucking thing that I got. Oh my god. So, I'm looking through the CD section because I'm bored and I want to see what Barnes & Noble has in their CDs, which isn't much, and it's, excuse me, kind of flimsy. But this stuck out to me. It's fucking Igor. Fucking Igor by Tyler, the Creator. You guys don't know this about me. I fucking adore this album. It is my favorite, one of my favorite albums of all time. Oh my god. Like, I have been dying to get a CD of Igor for so long since I heard it. Because I wanted to take this and put it in my car, and when I would go places, I could just listen to Igor. And then I finally got it on CD. I was not leaving Barnes & Noble without it. So, like, holy fucking shit, I'm still so excited I have it. I've listened to this, like, twice now on the way to, like, a conference for work, and then on the way home from work the other day. I was just listening to it, and, like, oh, this is my most treasured piece of any media thing I've ever owned in my entire fucking life. You guys have no idea how much I love this album. My days of collecting albums has led up to this moment. It's the only Tyler album I know intimately, to be honest. I've not connected with his other work as much, to be honest, but I really love Igor. I love Igor so much. I think the only other album that I've listened to of his all the way through was Call Me If You Get Lost, and I really like that album too, because both of them have a pretty good story to them. This one I love the most, if I'm gonna be so fucking honest with you. I love Tyler's work. I love his work so bad. I haven't listened to most of his other albums, though I have listened to individual songs from his albums, but oh my god. Igor, my beloved! This album is so... I could start crying. I mean this with every fiber of my being. I adore Igor so bad. You guys don't understand. This was my life at one point. This album was my life at one point. I have connected so intimately with this album. It's a piece of my being at this point. So I'm just so... Oh my god. I'm giving it a hug. It's so good. Oh my god. It's also one of those little paper album covers. So it's not like a jewel case you can open and stuff. Also, if you guys want to know what the CD looks like, it's just like Tyler with his sunglasses and Igor wig on, but like his face is just completely wiped out, so it kind of looks like he's a coconut. It's great. I love this fucking thing so bad. It also is really funny because I'm so used to my Beatles albums not having that much bass to them, so when I started playing this for the first time, the bass was crazy. I'm pretty sure every single car that was around me could hear that I was playing this album. No matter how much I cranked the volume down. But yes, this is my treasured bit. Hi, Lil. Hello, it's good to see you. I'm talking about how much I love Igor. I'm sorry, I'm going bonkers about Igor. I'm just catching everybody up on what's gonna happen. I'm also just talking about stuff I got. I've also been connecting with music from my adolescence. If you know, you know. Oh yeah, I think I saw your Insta stories. Okay, so this last thing I got from Barnes & Noble is actually one thing that was not for me. It was actually for the person that cut contact with me. I bought Ferris Bueller's Day Off on DVD because this thing was cheap. I think it was like $1 or maybe $5. I don't remember. It was very cheap, though. I bought it for them because I was going to go visit them this summer. And then they cut contact with me. So now I just have a DVD for Ferris Bueller's Day Off that I don't know what to do with. Like, I love Ferris Bueller's Day Off, so this kind of works out. It's actually like the first movie I've watched that has like a quote-unquote polycule. Quote-unquote. To me, these three are a polycule. Like, Ferris Bueller, his girlfriend Sloane, and Cameron. Look, you can't convince me they're not dating. You can't. I'm sorry. I have actually never seen that movie, and I get called uncultured for it. Listen. You should watch it specifically for me, because I love Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's... Who the hell was the damn director again? Hang on. John Hughes? I think it's John Hughes' best movie he ever made. Cause I'm gonna be so honest. Like, I think The Breakfast Club is okay. It's just like, eh. And like any other movie I've seen of his, like 16 Candles, I'm just like, dude, this fucking sucks. It sucks major ass. Cause he has a problem with misogyny and racism. But this movie is like... It's not perfect, but it's better than most. And I think about it all the fucking time. So, watch it. If you want. I'm not gonna force you to, but you should. For me. For me. Do it for me! Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna go put this stuff away now. God, it's so funny, though, when I put this in my shelf. And then that happened when they cut me off. I looked at the DVD on my shelf, and I was like, well, fuck. I bought this for nothing! For nothing! So now I just have a DVD of Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Anyway, I'm gonna put this back. Now I get to talk to you guys about the stuff I bought today! Yay! Hang on, let me put this back behind my good old Roy Orbison DVD? CD that I borrowed from my dad. I've also never seen Breakfast Club or 16 Candles. I'm allergic to dudes and rom-coms, you feel me? Oh, that's so fair. Me neither. I need to catch up on rom-coms. I hate rom-coms with every fiber of my goddamn being. The only rom-com I even remotely like is 10 Things I Hate About You. And that's because it's Heath Ledger, bro. Every single time I see Heath Ledger, I fucking break down. Because I'm like, it's the fucking hair. Oh my god, it's the hair. He looks so good, it's unreasonable. Fuck. I am a sucker for androgynous-looking men, and that's one thing I've realized now. Sure, I call myself a lesbian, but I could not give a single fuck about labels anymore. I stopped caring forever ago. Androgynous men are beautiful to me. Anyway, if you think about Freddie Mercury in the 70s, that's the kind of man that I like. Is Legally Blonde a rom-com, would you say? Or just a com? I don't know. I've never seen Legally Blonde. That's my blind spot. I've never seen Legally Blonde. Sorry. Yell at me all you want. Yeah, 10 Things I Hate About You kind of rips. Heath Ledger is special. He was! Oh, my king! I miss him so bad! Ah! Every time I think about him, I get psychic damage. I'm so sorry. I think about him in, like, Brokeback Mountain, that's, like, a different person. But when I think about him in 10 Things I Hate About You, I fucking... I fucking keel over. Okay. Okay, guys. I need to talk about this stuff that I got today. So I went out with my friend today, just to hang out, because we had been planning to hang out for, like, a month. A month now. We were supposed to hang out on the 1st of February, and then the plans fell through because of the snow that we got over here, which was bonkers. And it was really, really cold, so we didn't get to it till now. But we went to the secondhand bookstore, which also conveniently sells movies, and I got 5 movies, but one of them's on VHS. I also really like Brokeback Mountain. I love Brokeback Mountain. Shut up. I love it so bad. Alright, so let's talk about the movies I got. I'll talk about the DVDs and then I'll talk about the VHS because this VHS that I got is really special. Okay. Let's see, which one do I start with? I'll start in order I got them, I guess. So the first one... Oops, I bonked my mic. I'm so sorry about that. First one I got was Mulholland Drive. This is specifically for my dad, who told me to get any and all David Lynch films that I see, which, because I went to Barnes & Noble, they had Criterion Collection versions of, like, Lost Highway and Inland Empire or Wild at Heart, one of those two. I almost bought them, but they were $30 a pop, and I said, fuck no, because I already had a bunch of stuff. But next time, when I get a moment, I'm going back and I'm getting them. But I have Mulholland Drive on DVD. I thought Mulholland Drive was okay when I first saw it. I might watch it again now that I'm not with my ex anymore because we watched it together. And I want to form my own opinion on it where she's not there. So, also the fun thing about this movie, this version of the movie I have is the receipt from when the person first bought the movie is still in it. So I get to see how much they paid for this movie, and apparently they paid $19 for it. In total, they bought another movie too, and apparently they paid $2 total for this thing, which is incredible. What the fuck? There's also a little flyer thing in here with clues on how to unlock this movie. Not that I particularly care. I already figured out most of what this movie's about. Mulholland Drive, perfect movie, 10 out of 10. Favorite Lynch film, yeah. I'm personally partial to Blue Velvet, but that also is just because I like Kyle MacLachlan. Kyle MacLachlan, my beloved! Sorry. Lost Highways also peaked. That movie fucking rocks. I need to see it. God, I've been meaning to watch it since he died. I'm so fucking behind. In any case, I'm so excited I have this now. I hate the cover and how it looks. It looks so fucking bad, but I'm just happy I have it at all. So, yippee. The second thing I got is the DVD for the It miniseries, because look, I had a major intense hyperfixation on It for a long time. I have Chapter 1 and Chapter 2 of the remake on DVD and Blu-ray respectively. I didn't. I love the miniseries probably a lot more than the remake, for various reasons. And now I have it on DVD. I was jealous because my uncle has it on VHS, and so when I saw it on DVD, I was like, fuck. My friend convinced me to get it because she was like, or they were like, excuse me, when are you gonna see it again? I was like, you know what, that's so true. That's so true. So I bought it. I have it now. This is a 2-sided disc apparently, because this movie's like 3 hours long. This miniseries is 3 hours long, from what I remember. But this is the version of it that's like adapted for the screen that I choose to say is the canonical one. I can't see it any other way. Tim Curry's incomparable. True. Look, Bill Skarsgård is got the faces down and he looks freaky as fuck, certainly. But Tim Curry's got the charisma. He's got the charisma to pull it off, and he does a good job in it. This also was just the movie that introduced me to It in the first place, and I love Harry Anderson in this movie, so he's always gonna be my Richie. Fuck off, Finn Wolfhard. What was the other guy's name? Oh, that played the adult version of Richie in the remake. Fuck, what was his name? I'm seeing him in my head. He was in Barry. I want to call him Barry, but that's not his name. Fuck, I can't remember. It'll come to me later. Mother has come back again. Yes, hello, I'm back. Mother has arrived. No, I'm kidding. But yes, I have it now. Yippee. I don't like Stephen King, but I'm always gonna be partial to it because it literally changed my life completely and utterly. I still have my ticket around here somewhere. Bill Hader. Leah, you saved my damn life. It's Bill Hader. Thank you. I don't care much for Bill Hader. I think he's okay, but Harry Anderson's better. What was I gonna say? Oh, it changed my life completely. I have the book still. The tomb of a book, and I read it all, and I still have my ticket around here somewhere from when I saw chapter 2 in theaters, because I didn't get to see chapter 1 in theaters. I'm still mad about that, because 2017 was that year that I wanted to see every fucking movie in the theater, because they had It chapter 1, Moonlight, and Call Me By Your Name, and I wanted to see all of those fucking things in the theater so bad. Also, thank you. Thank you for the late happy birthday. I've read more Stephen King than any other author. Embarrassing. That's so... I think the author I've read the most from, oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. Hang on, I gotta remember her name. What is her name? Toni Morrison, because I read every book of hers that was available at my local library. So I read quite a number of books of hers, probably more than my Stephen King, which is great. Everyone should read Toni Morrison. She's worth it. I love her very much. She's a very good author. Okay. Last 2 DVDs, and then we're gonna talk about the VHS that I got. I got Dead Poets Society for DVD, finally. Fuck. I have been dying to get Dead Poets Society on DVD for fucking years, ever since I got it on VHS, because I love Dead Poets Society. It is one of my favorite movies of all time. And so I have it now on DVD, and I can finally watch it on DVD, even though I can watch it whenever I want from various places, but oh my god, I'm so happy I have this now. I'm so happy. I am complete. Finally. God, after... When did I get that DVD? Or not DVD, VHS? 2019? 2018? Around then? When I used to go to thrift stores all the time? To get movies and stuff? This was years in the making. It Chapter 1's kind of good. I feel like it distills most of the redeemable stuff about the book into a nice package while throwing out most of the awful bits. Chapter 2 sucks, though. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Chapter 1 outweighs Chapter 2 significantly, because I think the thing that draws people most in when it comes to it is the sections on when they were children, because that's probably when the most action happens, even though you could comparably say that about the adult sections. But the thing is like, the adult sections are so fucking boring. I hate them so much, because the thing is, in the book... It's just the same thing over and over and over and over and over, but from different perspectives. So one second you'll be in Beverly's, and then it's Ben, and then, like, Bill, and, like, everybody else, and it's just the same fucking thing. Although we don't get Stan's chapters because of obvious reasons, unless he's, like, a kid. But, I mean, I'm glad that they condensed the book down into the things that actually matter in the story. Because, like, who wants to read about child orgy in the sewers? Who wants to read about Bill having a weird trip where he sees Pennywise kill the turtle that's also God? Who cares about Pennywise's origins, where he was, like, a fucking cosmic deity that had been around forever and was, like, a demon or, like, a devil equivalent? Like, God, it just... Yep. So I'm glad about that, but I have so much beef with Stephen King for that. The Losers Club stuff is the most engaging stuff for me, even if it's kind of... Exactly! I love all the stuff with them when they're little, because I'm a sucker for, like, stories that feature kids going through horrible shit, which is awful to say, but it just, like, condenses a specific thing that I like because of my own experiences growing up and going through a lot of trauma. So, like, the fact that that kind of captures that bit of adolescence for me is perfect. I love it, and I would read the whole book if it was just that alone. What's that meme that's like the entirety of it, and there's just this massive tomb, and then it's like the entirety of it if they give Beverly a gun instead of a fucking slingshot or whatever, and it's just shorter? I feel like that's the way I would see that the book. Excuse me. Okay. Similar to Borrasca in that way, except that story is way darker. I don't know what Borrasca is. And maybe I don't want to know. I don't know. Okay, this one is a bit of an obscure-ish movie, unless you guys have heard of it before, but I don't know how many people have heard of this thing. This movie I actually really enjoyed, even if it was, like, hard to follow sometimes. It's Brick. I don't know how many of you have heard of Brick before. I found it on Tumblr because of the blog that I follow that likes obscure horror thriller movies. Stars Joseph Gordon-Levitt, if you didn't know. And, like, a young Joseph Gordon-Levitt. When did this movie come out? 2006? Yeah, 2006. I thought it said 2005. But this movie is so good. It's very, very good. I think, though, it should have been, like, a TV show, like a short show, like, maybe condensed, like, 8, 9 episodes, maybe 10. Because I feel like it was trying to do a whole lot in the amount of time. It was, like, an hour 50 that it had for this movie. And it was hard to follow sometimes, but I just really, really... It's like an homage almost to, like, neo-noir films, in a way. The way it's presented. And it's also, I don't know if anyone will agree with me on this that has seen this movie, it's kind of Twin Peaks-esque. It reminded me a lot of Twin Peaks-esque. Like, it reminded me of Twin Peaks. Very much when I was watching this film. Because of the way that the character that's involved in this mystery is handled, and the way they go about trying to solve it. It's very similar, but not completely similar. It's more grounded in reality than Twin Peaks, of course. It's also got a lot of Midwest slang in it. They say yins in it, and I was like, what the fuck? Are they in Pennsylvania? Midwest-ish, I don't know, East Coast, something. They say yins in it. I caught that, and I was like, wait a minute, that's a very specific place that says that. Joseph Gordon-Levitt can kind of get it. I'm gonna be so honest, yeah, he can. Listen, I've, for a while, had a mini crush on Joseph Gordon-Levitt ever since, what was the movie I saw with him in it? It wasn't Inception, I know that much, but it might have just been, I think it was Mysterious Skin. I think that's the only movie that I watched with him in it, and I did have a mini crush on him. I will say, he is kind of cute. He is kind of cute. In this movie, he's got kind of curly hair, and oh my god, he's wearing John Lennon glasses. The fucking small, thin frame, like, glasses. Thin, like, wireframe glasses. Oh, I love it. Oh, anyway, sorry. I only watched Twin Peaks very recently. I was super late to the party, but holy smokes, I was missing out. It's... Right? Dude, you missed out so much. But, dude, oh my god. Watching Twin Peaks for the first time when I was 16 changed my life fundamentally, and I say that about most things, but I'm not kidding. Twin Peaks changed my life forever. I love it so bad. It was also my first exposure to Kyle MacLachlan. Oh my god, my beloved. I love Twin Peaks so bad. Favorite TV show of all time. It holds a very special place in my heart, and I did my rewatch like a year ago now, back in January, February? It took me a while to get through to season 2. I'm not a TV show watcher anymore. It's so hard. I made it to the 9th episode of the 2nd season, and then the show started falling apart after that, and I gave up. I was just like, fuck it, whatever, I don't care anymore. But anyway, I do, for the most part, recommend Brick if you're interested in, like, the neo-noir genre, or are interested in something that I would say is similar-ish. Not completely, but ish. to Twin Peaks. It's very good. This is a detective movie by Rian Johnson. I don't know if Rian Johnson's made anything else, but I'm very excited to have this. My friend also was like, you should buy that, because when are you gonna see it again? And I was like, you know what? You're so right. Okay, here's my last thing. This is Agent Dale Cooper, my beloved. I will say, though, the second time around watching it, I glomped onto fucking Laura. Laura is... oh my god. Have you seen Fire Walk with Me, Leah? Because if you haven't, fix that right the fuck now. You need to watch Fire Walk with Me. The Blue Rose edit. Don't watch it based on, like, the theatrical cut. Watch the Blue Rose edit of Fire Walk with Me. It's like 3 hours, but it's fucking worth it. Also, just be careful. That movie's got a lot of flashing lights in it, especially the pink room sequence. That has heavy flashing lights, so just be careful. I love The Return, some of my favorite Lynch stuff ever. Dude, we were so lucky to watch The Return as it was coming out on TV. My parents and I, we are all huge Twin Peaks enjoyers in my house. So we watched it as it was coming out, and we were so lucky to watch it when it was coming out. It was great. Watch the OG 2 seasons, and then Fire Walk with Me, and then The Return. Oh, that's, you know what? That's actually a pretty good way to watch it. You should watch the Blue Rose edit of it, though, if you haven't seen that. Also, it's so funny when you watch Fire Walk with Me and you see fucking, what's his face? I almost said Kieran Culkin, and then I'm like, wait a minute, that's not his name. Who am I thinking of? Hold on, hang on. What is your name? This doesn't help me. This doesn't help me. Kiefer Sutherland. I always forget Kiefer Sutherland is in that movie. So every time I see him, I'm like, oh my god, it's David from The Lost Boys. I think I saw the theatrical cut, unfortunately. I need to fix that ASAP. Please. The Blue Rose edit is for free on the Internet Archive, I think. Hopefully they put it back up after the Internet Archive went down. It's 3 hours, like I said, but they took all the deleted scenes from the the Criterion version of it, I think. Or, like, various versions of it, and stuck it together to create a full movie experience out of it. Because there's so much stuff they cut out of Fire Walk with Me that is very important to understanding the context of it. So, the Blue Rose cut is beautiful. Please watch it. Anyway, I got distracted again. Sorry, talking about Twin Peaks. My bad. Anyway, this VHS tape is very special. Why? Because I got A Hard Day's Night. All that build up just to say I got A Hard Day's Night on VHS. This fucking VHS cover is so ugly though, because it's got like the Beatles logo on it. Like in the very top part of it is black, and then the bottom part of it is red, so it looks like a fucking battery. And then it got the ugly portraits from the album. You know, they had the all their faces, like they did that photo shoot for A Hard Day's Night, the album. They put a couple of those pictures on the cover of this VHS tape, and it's ugly as sin, and I hate those photos. But I love the fact that I have this on VHS now. I've never seen A Hard Day's Night. Still haven't seen it. I'm waiting to watch it with Leo and Owen whenever we do that sleepover. But I am so happy I have this. I saw this when I was looking at the VHS tape cart, and I was like, oh, there's nothing here. I spot this fucking thing on top of all the other VHS tapes. I was like, I'm not leaving the fucking store without it. $7. This was so cheap. Oh my god, I'm so excited I have this. Ah! Oh my god. Also, it's got this really... they got some, like, preview pictures on the back, and one of them... Leia, if you're still here, you will understand this. It's this picture of Paul looking like he's in a porn shoot with John right behind him and everyone looking at him all weird. I hope you know what I'm talking about, but oh man. Hard Day's Night VHS cover is iconic, bro. No, I mean, I don't know. The version of it I have looks funk. I don't care much for it. Honestly, I don't really like it. Sorry. Only a couple gaps in my Lynch knowledge at this point. I just haven't seen The Elephant Man or Wild at Heart. Yeah, that's fair. It's great fun. You must watch. I know I need to. I haven't seen any of the Beatles movies. I've just seen the biopic fix, which is very funny. Also, the version of the Hard Day's Night VHS tape I have is a first edition. So, according to the label, where it has a little star and it says first edition. Oh my god, my body just wanted to die for 2 seconds. Gracious. My body's like, you haven't talked this much in so long. We're dying, Squirtle. It's like, oh no, we're fine, I promise. But I'm so excited to have this now. I don't know how I'm gonna watch it. I know we have a VHS player in my house, but I don't know if it works or not. But I'm so excited I have this. I'm still a fucking dirty Beatles lover. Although a lot of my attention's been focused on other shit lately, but I'm still a dirty Beatles lover at my core. There's no prying that out of me. You can't get rid of it. You can't get rid of my love for the Beatles. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys currently. I mean, like I said, I have other books that I got from the secondhand bookstore, but they're spread out everywhere on my bookshelf currently. So I can't grab them all. Sorry. I would if I could, but I can't. Anyway. Been thinking about musician biopics a bunch lately. I've been getting into Queen heavy lately, and I watched Bohemian Rhapsody. Big mistake, and was genuinely baffled at how awful the editing is. Why did you do that to yourself? I haven't even seen Bohemian Rhapsody, and I know for a fact that shit is god awful. I'm so sorry. Don't do that. Dude, that's a disservice to you. Honest to God, you're just better off watching the entirety of the Live Aid performance on YouTube. That's a better experience than Bohemian Rhapsody. I'm so sorry you did that to yourself. Like, look, Queen, my beloved, I am a Queen lover before I'm a person, which makes it sound like I like the British monarchy. No, I don't. I mean the band. I'm a Queen lover before I'm a person, so I'm like, just watch, like, music videos that they have on their YouTube channel. It'll be a so much better experience. My personal favorite music video at the minute that I think about is the live cut performance of Liar. Oh, because that's just peak 70s Freddie, and he looks like a beautiful woman. He looks so beautiful, it drives me so up a wall. Oh my god. He's my dad deep down, because I grew up listening to Queen, and he's like a dad to me, but oh my god. Beautiful woman. I'm like in the Sahara Desert, and I fucking see him in the 70s, I'm like, oh, you are a breath of fresh air. The editing in the Elvis movie was similarly dog shit, and I also remember it being bad in Rocket Man, so like, what the fuck is going on? Just don't hurt. You're gonna hurt yourself just doing that. Oh my god. Musician biopics are just so bad. Don't do that to yourself. I mean, I did that to myself with all the Beatles biopic films, with the exception being Two of Us. I think Two of Us is a masterpiece, but that's fan fiction. Michael Lindsay Hogg made fan fiction of John and Paul, and I love it. We love a straight Fujoshi in this house. Oh my gosh. They do not let Freddy experience joy in that movie. It is upsetting to me. He always is so miserable, and then you watch videos of real life Freddy, and he's literally filled with joy and whimsy. Yes. Because here's the thing, I mean, I know a lot of what he was doing was a facade given his AIDS diagnosis, but, like, like, I understand there was a lot of tribulations that Freddy went through, but god damn it, dude, he was such a ball of energy. Freddy is so good. He is my dad. He's my dad. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Freddy isn't officially my dad, I will say. I listened to A Night at the Opera for the first time last month, and I was like, wow, this album is perfect. Nothing else sounds like this. God, A Night at the Opera. I need to listen to that full album. Like, I need to listen to it all the way through. I know Love of My Life off that album. It's my favorite Queen song of all time. Even though it's incredibly devastating, but oh fuck. If it doesn't just make me want to just curl up and fall asleep like a cat. Oh, oh my god, it's so good. But I need to listen to Night at the Opera. I need to listen to an actual full Queen album and not just like the best of hits. I think I need to do that to myself. Just go through their discography because I have a complete collection of Queen's best hits that I got for my birthday or Christmas one year. That is the only CD that was on my shelf for the longest time, other than the Twin Peaks The Return soundtrack that my uncle got me for my birthday, which is also my other treasured piece of music that I own. Yeah, I just need to listen to their music outside of best hits. We'll see what's up. Excuse me. I watched A Complete Unknown and it was good though. I haven't seen A Complete Unknown, probably because I don't know shit about Bob Dylan, but look, I can't. It's Timothy Chalamet. I can't take him seriously. I'm so sorry. Every single time I fucking think of Timothy, I think of two things. I think of Call Me By Your Name, which that movie fucking haunts me, unironically, because I was set to make a video about it forever ago, and then I didn't. I have a love-hate relationship with fucking Call Me By Your Name, but in any case, I think about that, and then I also think about statistics. Why? Because fucking he did a thing in high school that got leaked to the internet where he did a statistics rap for high school. So in my head, when I see Timothy Chalamet, I just hear statistics, yeah, yeah. It fucking haunts me. I'm sure it haunts him too, but it's still so, oh my god, I see him in the backwards cap doing the stupidest dance ever. Christ almighty. You're My Best Friend's the fave from that record. It's beautiful. That's that one that's like, ooh, you're making me live. Oh, you're my best friend. Like, that one, I think. I think that's the one. I know most Queen songs because I'm a Queen fan before I'm a person, but yeah. I love imagining real life Bob Dylan reading through the script about him being this manipulative, evil shapeshifter guy and him being like, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that he okayed it for that specific reason. I don't know much about Bob Dylan. I'm gonna be so honest, he's like an enigma to me. He has appeared in so much of shit that I look into for the Beatles. It's so fucking funny. I'm like, oh, Bob Dylan's like a prevalent figure in Beatles lore because he's the one that introduced them to weed. But I just don't know shit other than he's a folk singer and he dated Joan Baez briefly. Also, just side note, I don't know much about Joan Baez either, but she is so gorgeous. Oh my god! Joan! Joni! Christ! Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, I think about her and I get dizzy. Why did you do that to her, bro? Why? You let a beautiful woman like that go? Oh, you're so terrible. I'm taking her from you, bro. Like, Timmy kind of disappears into the role in that movie. It's the best performance I have seen from him, to be honest. Look, I'm not saying he's bad. He's not a bad actor. I think he does pretty phenomenally in most roles that he's given, dependent upon, like, who his director is. Like, I think he does a really good job in Call Me By Your Name, because Luca Guadagnino is a very good director, and he knows what he wants and how to get it out of his actors. I think he's a phenomenal director in that way. But shit like Little Women, he does fine in it, but I don't think it's, like, his top-notch performance or anything. So, in any case, like, I'm not saying he's a bad actor. I just have a weird image of him in my head. Bob Dylan is core to the Beatles ethos. Yes, I am aware. I'm very aware, because Bob Dylan was such a prevalent figure in their fucking lives, even after they broke up, because I know George went with him and Roy Orbison and, like, another person I can't think of right now, to do the Traveling Wilburys, and I still haven't listened to any Traveling Wilburys music. But I know that I have listened to a Bob Dylan and George cover of All I Have to Do Is Dream by Roy Orbison, and I fucking lost my mind because I love Roy Orbison. It's like a fucking clashing of my worlds right there. I was like, oh. One album I am looking out for the most when I go out places is In Dreams by Roy Orbison, because I adore him so much, and that is like the only album I've listened through all the way of his, and I adore it. Oh my god, his voice is so beautiful in that fucking album. It's so unreal. Oh my god, Roy Orbison, my king. I'm sorry. I could talk about him forever. It was Tom Petty and Jeff Lynne. Okay, thank you. That's who I was forgetting. My B. I only remember Bob Dylan, George Harrison, and Roy Orbison, and then the other ones I'm like fuzzy on. But thank you. I appreciate you for reminding me. Ugh, musician lore. I get forced musician lore from Tumblr every single day. I'm forced to know about Joni Mitchell and Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young and Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel, or like Art and Garfunkel. Or wait. Simon and Garfunkel, excuse me. My brain is dying. I am... Yeah, I don't know much about them, but yeah. I just left the 2-hour round of Uno, and the only thing I had in the background was this live stream. I'm losing it. Hell yeah, brother. Let's go. I'm background noise. My ultimate life goal. I only really know Roy Orbison from Blue Velvet. That's how I figured out who he was, too, was from Blue Velvet. My dad pointed out that was Roy Orbison, and I was like, oh, I don't know this man. And then I listened to In Dreams outside of Blue Velvet, and I adore him, and now I listen to most of his music just independently, and I adore him. He's very good. Joni Mitchell's music is peak. I understand that, and I want to get into her music, but god damn it, there are so many musicians I need to listen to. I just get overwhelmed. I'm like, fuck, there's too many people. Ah! I'm like drowning in them. It's the same thing with like Jimi Hendrix. I need to listen to the Jimi Hendrix Experience and like all of their music and like get into him more, because I love Jimi Hendrix so dearly. But I get so like frozen and frazzled when I'm like introduced to new musicians. I'm just like, yeah, I think I'll go listen to this song for the billionth time. I need to get better about that, but, like, yeah. I think that's my only hang-up. Because with, like, stuff with, like, movies, I'm so good about new movies and looking into them. But music is, like, so much harder. Jimi Hendrix is peak. Look. I don't care what anyone says, I fucking love Jimi Hendrix so bad. Oh my god. Jimi Hendrix, my beloved, dude. He's so... Oh my god. All Along the Watchtower, my fucking beloved, and Purple Haze. I need to listen to more of his music, though, because they're, like, the only 2 songs I've listened to. I swear to God, when I was first getting through the process of doing, like, an interview and preparing for my new job, which is my current job that I currently have, I listened to All Along the Watchtower probably, like, 50 billion times. It was my comfort song for a hot second. It was also at the peak of my Beatles hyperfixation, too, so I was, like, mixing in the Beatles with Jimi Hendrix. It was, like, a weird combo. Jimi Hendrix is so good that guitar players have been ripping him off every single day for, like, 50 years. Like, imagine your art having that much of an impact, dude. He could make his guitar sound like a fucking gun. If that isn't talent, I don't know what the fuck is, man. Like, he's so good at getting specific sounds out of the fucking guitar. Like, holy shit. It's like he was a god among men when it came to the guitar. Oh my god, man. He's like the godfather of incredible guitar licks. Incredible. I know a lot of people probably have talked about his, like, singing. He was very insecure about his voice and didn't really like his singing all that much compared to his guitar work. He was always experimenting with his guitar and sounds that could come out of it, but his singing, he was always like, I'm not a singer. But truthfully, he does have a good voice. I think a lot of people have talked about it before and saying, like, yeah, he does have a good voice. I'm like, King, get out of your head about it. Please, you sound great. I do wish he was still around, though. Imagine if Jimi Hendrix lived to the current day. Imagine all the music we could have gotten out of him. God, I think about that all the time. Gracious. Sorry, I'm getting a headache and also my throat hurts. I'm overwhelming. Sorry. I have so much energy because I went out with my friend today, so I gotta bitch about stuff that I have been meaning to bitch about for ages, so I got it all out of my system, and so now I'm just like a motor mouth, I guess is what the word is I'm looking for. I'm just going. Shit's just going out of my mouth. Excuse me. I'm okay. Alright. Let's talk about the movies that I watched while I was gone, because I watched a lot of movies while I was away. Did I just see Un Chandelier on my fucking... Wow, okay. I open up Letterboxd and I see fucking... Hang on, I'm gonna pop chat out so I have you guys while I look at my Letterboxd. Make this easier on my multitasking. My multitasking abilities. Alright, here we go. Here's some clips of Jimi Hendrix where he's very clearly having an off day and he's playing kind of sloppy, but he's still producing beautiful angelic sounds. He was perfect. He was. Oh, King, I miss you. Alright. Where are you? I just sounded like fucking what's their face? Blink-182 for 2 seconds. Sorry, God. Okay. I think I went through all the films early in January that I watched, which were Irreversible, Mysterious Skin, Grand Budapest Hotel, and The Graduate. Oh, and The Social Network. Right? Did I talk to you guys about The Social Network? I don't remember. I think I did, because I said I didn't like it, and I remember distinctly something. I don't remember. Oh my god. I'm having a hard time remembering stuff. I also have the beginnings of a headache, like I said. Oh my god. I'm dying, Squirtle. I'm dying. I'm dying. Ah, my feet hurt from walking too much. Jesus. I went to go grab my water from off my dresser, and I just realized the bottle is empty. We talked about The Social Network? Okay, thank God. I don't remember. I've the memory of a fucking goldfish, so sometimes I remember, sometimes I don't. I do the... Can you believe Andrew Garfield got his shares down to 10%? I watched a commentary like a bajillion times about The Social Network, because it was weirdly comforting. Now I have that fucking line down, that iconic line, which is like, sorry! My prod is at the cleaners, along with my hoodie and my fuck you flip-flops. I have that stuck in my head now. I still also can't believe they did Baby You're a Rich Man at the very, very end of that movie. I think about that all the fucking time. They must have paid a fortune for that song alone. Oh my god, anyway. Alright. I don't think I talked to you guys about... Anyway, this is gonna take a hot second, so I'm gonna just roll my way through most of these, because I watched so many fucking movies after. Okay. I did a rewatch with my ex. This was the last movie we ever watched together, of Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. I don't need to say much about that movie. I like standing next to you, Sean. I like standing next to you, Sean. It makes me feel so tough. I wouldn't try to withdraw. Oh, what was it? My name is on the masthead. You might want to look again. It makes it sound like to be like I'm not going to be a part of Facebook. It's not like you're not a part of Facebook. You're not a part of Facebook. My name is on the masthead. You might want to check again. Fucking hate that I have that memorized. I'm killing myself. Anyway. Rewatch Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron. It's one of my favorite DreamWorks movies. Animated DreamWorks movies next to Prince of Egypt. It's a comfort movie. Spirit was that movie I always put on as a kid to make myself feel better. I was a very big horse kid growing up. Also, I'm just a massive animal lover as a whole. Special interest. I love Spirit. I love its commentary on indigeneity and what it means to have, like talk about colonization, and I love its respectful, from what I understand, respectful depiction of indigenous people and actually making you sympathize with the indigenous people instead of the colonizers. It also is making a commentary on Colonel Custer, who is part of the 7th Cavalry, who massacred a lot of indigenous people, and then ended up getting killed himself, which is incredible. Spirit's just great. Love that movie to death. 10 out of 10. I adore it to death. I've said that already, but I need to iterate it again. It is one of my favorite movies ever, and the soundtrack is great. My dad says he doesn't like Bryan Adams. I adore the soundtrack for Spirit, and Bryan Adams really, what is the word? I'm trying to say musky, but my brain doesn't want to say it for some reason. Just husky-ish voice in it. Anyway. I watched the newest Nosferatu a day before my breakup, which was the funniest fucking thing I could have done. The newest Nosferatu. It was great. I actually really liked it, which is interesting because when I watched Robert Eggers' first film, the Vivitch, or The Witch. I know it's like 2 V's to make the W, and I say the Vivitch instead of the Witch, but I didn't care much for The Witch. I thought it was pretty okay and bland, and I couldn't fucking hear shit because of the fucking mic quality and the fact that they were like mumbling half the time. There's a lot of mumbling in this one too, but I think Nosferatu as a work of Robert Eggers is probably his best to date. I love it. It's very good. I think it does justice to the original Nosferatu. Bill Skarsgård is surprisingly good in this, I will say, along with Lily Rose Depp. All the actors do great in it. Aaron Taylor Johnson's in it. He does great. All the actors are... Willem Dafoe! Willem Dafoe, my beloved. Holy shit. I haven't finished The Lighthouse, so I don't have an opinion on that one. I watched part of it, and I'd never finished it, because I was watching it with someone who was a friend of mine at the time, but not anymore. Willem Dafoe is my beloved grandpa at this point. I love Willem Dafoe. He does such a fucking good job in this movie, playing an unhinged old man who's into alchemy. It's great. I love it so bad. Great movie. You guys should watch it, please. I did really enjoy Nosferatu, even it's kind of at the bottom of my Eggers ranking, lol. That's so fair. Me and Owen, I know, really enjoy this. I think Leo doesn't care for it very much, which is totally fair. Totally fair. Not everyone's cup of tea. I just liked it because I felt it. You know what I mean? I felt it. I felt very much what Ellen was going through. It was like, yep. And then I thought to myself, when am I ever going to get someone like her husband? Who's just like, I am unclean. He's like, I don't care. Anytime Willem Dafoe is on screen, I'm like, hell yeah, now we're talking. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Willem Dafoe, my goddamn beloved. I love him so much. He is such a phenomenal actor. He's up there for me with Matthew Lillard. I will say, in terms of eccentric actors, he's cemented his place because of this movie. Love him. Love him to death. Anyway, next movie I watched after that, insanely, was Challengers. The polycule movie that should have been a polycule, but didn't. That didn't happen. This all could have been solved if it was a toxic fucking polycule. But that's just me. I loved Challengers. It was very good. I really did enjoy it. I was very hesitant going into Challengers, mostly because of my experience before with Luca Guadagnino's work in Call Me By Your Name. It was a good movie. Very good movie. I liked the way that Call Me By Your Name was shot and acted in. Like I said, I have a love-hate relationship with Call Me By Your Name. So seeing Challengers blew my fucking expectations out the fucking water. I was like, whoa. My Eggers ranking from worst to best goes Nosferatu, The Northman, The Witch, The Lighthouse. They are all very good. They range from like good to near perfection for me. Okay, cool. That's good to know. But yes, I liked Challengers very much. Challengers got that Trent Reznor soundtrack that perked up my hyperfixation ears. I totally forgot that Trent Reznor did the fucking soundtrack for this movie. So funny that in the same month I watched 2 movies that were scored by Trent Reznor, which are The Social Network and Challengers. How time is a flat circle. Anyway, Challengers was very good. I went bonkers crazy for it. Dude, okay. My favorite part of the whole movie was when they cut back to the tennis match, and the camera was the tennis ball. The POV was the tennis ball. I thought that shit was insane. It was so fucking cool. I was losing my mind. I was like, holy fucking shit. I was blown away. I was like, how the fuck did they do that? Did they put a fucking GoPro on a tennis ball? I was actually like... Excuse me, God, I'm dying, Squirtle. It was so cool. I lost my fucking mind. Anyway, Trent Reznor's twink death is truly tragic. It really is, man. Rest in peace to a twink. The twinkiest twink to ever twink it up. What am I talking about? God. Anyway, I am losing my fucking mind. I think I need to die. I'm kidding, but yeah, tennis ball cam goes crazy. It was so crazy. I need to re-watch Challengers because I watched it really early in the morning before I had to go to work, which is also really bonkers that I did that. I watched it before I had to go to work. I just remember so distinctly sitting there for 2 hours in front of my computer, just hooked. I had my sketchbook out because I was trying to draw at the same time I was watching it because I was kind of like struggling with my focus. I just lost my fucking mind and I put my sketchbook away and I just had to sit there and watch the movie and put my complete and utter focus on it. So I was like, hell the fuck yeah, bro. What the hell? I just thought about it the whole rest of the day. I'm still thinking about it even. I still think about Challengers. Oh my god. Thinking about it now. Sorry, I'm losing my fucking train of thought. Okay. I'm gonna come back in like 2 seconds. I need to go get a vitamin drink real quick and use the restroom. I'm losing it right now. Yeah, I need to take like an eensy-weensy little break, and I promise I'll be like right back. Anyway, I'll put it on the BRB screen. So yes, enjoy some nice Animal Crossing music that falls into whatever else comes after this, and I will be right with you guys. Hold on tight. Okay, I'm back. I had to make myself some emergency because I'm worried. I also brought some ibuprofen with me just because of my headache. And I want to talk to you guys a little bit longer before you know, I peace out for the night. So I did that for my own health's sake. Sorry I don't have... Okay, I just also realized there have been no visuals this whole time as I'm talking about the movies. I'm so sorry about that. Gotta take a sippy every so often. I hate emergency because it just tastes like disgusting oranges, but if it helps me not get sick, then so be it. I have one occasionally whenever I go out somewhere and I feel like I'm gonna get sick. I just take one and I'm fine. Anyway, where were we? I think I just finished talking about challengers. Of course, I just spill a little bit on myself. Lovely, I'm a mess today. Fantastic. I'm a hot mess, Your Honor. Anyway, Challengers was great. I loved it a lot, and I'm very excited to see what else Luca Guadagnino has in store for his filmography. Oh yeah, I was also hesitant to go into Challengers after watching Bones and All, and I didn't really care about Bones and All either, even though it's got your boy Timmy Tim in it. Anyway, let's talk about the next film I watched the same day when I got home, which was SLC Punk. I've been dying to watch SLC Punk for years. I think I saw, or like at least a couple, maybe 2 years. Dying to see it because I know it has Matthew Lillard in it, and I am an adorer of Matthew Lillard. I adore him very badly. Very much so. He's probably one of my favorite actors ever. I fell in love with him when I saw him in Scream, of course. And so it made it my life's mission to watch as many films with him in it as I possibly can. And there's one movie that he's in that hardly anyone knows about, and I have a way to watch it, and I'm very excited to watch it eventually. God, I just love him very much. So SLC Punk was definitely at the top of movies to watch with him in it, and oh my god, I love SLC Punk. It's very good. I got hit with a 1-2 punch in watching Challengers and SLC Punk in the same day, because I had all this excitement and rush of energy with watching Challengers in this crazy tennis match, and like all these high intensive emotions. And then I get to SLC Punk, and it's like just a complete, like a 180 shift, and it's so, I love it. I really love the first Scream. Maybe the other ones are good too, but I haven't seen them. Same hat. I have not seen any of the other Scream films. I have only seen the first one, and I adore the first Scream. Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard really were the, like, stickouts for me, but I do love all the other actors that are in it as well. They all do a phenomenal job, but also the fact that it was like those two, I can't remember their names. I only remember their actors' names of Skeet Ulrich and Matthew Lillard. The queerness between them, oh ooh, they're so gay, Your Honor. Anyway, SLC Punk. I just liked Matthew having blue hair, and he's wearing these absurdly punk clothes. Oh my god, that movie is so good. I love you, SLC Punk, because it's about these punks that are trying to be punks in Ohio, which has a very high Mormon population. Or was it Utah? It's Utah, excuse me. Right? Yes, it's Utah, because I had to think Salt Lake City. It's Utah, the highest population of Mormons. And they're doing their best to be punks in Utah, and it's so hard because of everything. It's very good. Matthew's got incredible energy in it. It also has a young Jason Segel in it, which I didn't expect. It was his first screen appearance ever. As Jason Segel, and he does a great job in it. He does a phenomenal job. He plays a role. I've never seen much. I don't think I've seen a movie with Jason Segel in it, unless I'm mistaken. But he does a really great job in it. Playing a character that's like a specific. He appears like normal, but he's like a fucking weirdo underneath, like that kind of vibe. Oh, I love it. Also, almost made me cry, but at that point I was all cried out because of all the breakdowns that I had. So I got close to crying at the end of SLC Punk, but I didn't. But I want to watch it again so I can cry at it. It's very good. It has a lot to say about a lot of different topics, not just even in the punk, about punkness in itself. It's like, drug use, parties, love, like at a young age, because they're like 18 or whatever in this movie. Friendship, parental figures, homelessness, like a bunch of stuff it has to commentate on, and it's very good. And I remember seeing an interview with Dead Meat that Matthew did not too long ago, where he talks about how much he adores this film, and it's like his film, and he it's like his baby to him, and I love that for him, honest to God. So yeah, SLC Punk was really great. I loved it a lot. Feel that very intensely, lol. Hell yeah, man. Sorry, I'm suddenly dipping in energy, probably because of my headache. God damn it, I spilled again. I'm so Anyway. And then, I think I alluded to this earlier, I watched Perks of Being a Wallflower like 3 or 4 times, but the first time I did my watch of it was at the end of January, near the very end of January, on the 28th, so it says my letterbox. I don't know what it was about that specific movie that drew me to it. I think I saw Yara Zaid's video essay about it again, and I was like, oh, I need to rewatch Perks of Being a Wallflower, and I did, and I was just Charlie for a hot minute. I swear to God, I was Charlie. In every little aspect of it, from having like an unrequited crush that didn't go anywhere, as opposed to something going somewhere in Charlie's case, and then, having intense flashbacks to trauma. God, I love Perks of Being a Wallflower. I just hate Ezra Miller is in it, even though they do a phenomenal job in it, being Patrick? God, my brain forgot what the character's name was for a second. I just hate Ezra Miller. Hate them as a person. But I love Perks of Being a Wallflower. I have the book. I read the book forever ago, and I love the book. It's very good. It deals with trauma in a very specific way that feels very still relevant even now. And Perks of Being a Wallflower, my beloved. I'm so glad I missed the stupid train of it on being popular on Tumblr, because I got experiencing it as an adult now. I've not seen Perks of Being a Wallflower. Oops, that's so fair. It's like it encapsulates a specific period of time. It's not for everyone, I will say. Ezra Miller is sometimes good at acting, only sometimes. Only sometimes. They do a phenomenal job in this movie. I think this is probably the peak of their acting. I'm gonna be so goddamn honest. But, like, Ezra Miller as a person makes me want to gouge my fucking eyes out. God, why do they exist? Jesus Christ. Anyway, those are all the movies I finally... Those are the last bits of the movies I watched in January. And then let's talk about all the movies that I watched in February, which is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I watched 10 movies in February. I went crazy. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the first one I watched on the very first date was Welcome to the Dollhouse, which I shouldn't have fucking did that to myself. I'm gonna be so honest. I don't know why I did that to myself. Because this movie is about a young middle school girl named Gretchen. Is her name Gretchen? Let me double check. That might be the girl from Mean Girls. Hang on. My girl, what is your name? Of course you're not gonna fucking tell me what her name is. Hold on. I'm on a mission to get your name, my dear. Dawn. Her name was Dawn. I think I was thinking of Gretchen because I was thinking of Mean Girls because I was talking about Mean Girls earlier today. They suck so bad in The Flash, they pissed me off an unreasonable degree when I was watching that. LOL. Also, yeah, they're an awful person. Yes. But yeah, welcome to the Dollhouse. It kind of captures a very specific middle school angst, which there's like hardly any movies out there that specifically talk about middle school. I feel like there's a lot of movies that talk about elementary school and a lot of movies that talk about high school, but barely any that talk about middle school. And Welcome to the Dollhouse is one of them, and it's, it just gave me secondhand embarrassment the whole fucking time I was watching it, and also I just fucking hated Dawn's parents so fucking bad. I was like, oh my god, you need to die. Why are you like this with your kids? Oh, but Heather, excuse me, that's the actress's name. Dawn just kind of encapsulated me in a weird way, except I wasn't bullied much in middle school, or at all, really. I had a really good experience in middle school, but, she gets heavily bullied in middle school, but there's like, it's just this, like, I think the weird experience I related to her the most in was, like, liking an older person and pursuing an older person. Oh my god, I felt that in my fucking core and I wanted to die watching it the whole time. Middle school is hellish. Yeah, but I had a pretty good middle school experience, I will say. I don't have any really bad memories from middle school. I had a pretty good time. I met one of my best friends in middle school. And we still talk. It actually was the friend I went out with today, actually. We met in middle school, and we've been best friends ever since. And I'm so glad that we reconnected this past year. I'm so glad to have them in my life again. It's so great. So, yeah, I can't say I relate to the hellish experience in middle school in that way, but in other aspects like high school, oh fuck yeah. I really like 8th grade despite my complicated relationship with Bo Burnham. Yeah, that I haven't seen 8th grade, but I have heard of it and I've been meaning to watch it. But yeah, I also have a complicated relationship with Bo Burnham. You and me can relate on that in every regard, I think. Because I was a big fan growing up in, like, high school of his comedy specials, and, like, I liked Bo Burnham for the longest time growing up. Also, I was really into, like, stand-up comedy in high school. I don't fucking know why. I just watched a lot of, like, Jim Gaffigan, John Mulaney, Bo Burnham. Watched a lot of stand-ups in high school. I can't tell you why. But Bo Burnham was the one I watched the most, and then I got older, and I was like, I don't know. I still think about Art is Dead, the song, sometimes. I don't know why. I just hear in my head occasionally when I think about capitalism, I just hear, so people think of honey, how do we get those people's money? I think about that all the fucking time. I cannot even, like, express to you how ingrained in my head Art is Dead is. Oh god, excuse me. Anyway, I gotta burn through all these fucking movies. I'm sorry I watched so many of them. I was also into stand-up comedy. Embarrassing? Oh yeah. You and me. You and me, we went through the fucking ringer. Embarrassing period of my life when I was just in art classes that I did in high school and would have it on my Chromebook. Just, like, stand up on Netflix. Just have it on in the background while I was working. Which is bled through into today where I have YouTube videos on in the background while I'm working. Anyway, moving on. Oh, Welcome to the Dollhouse was okay. Would not watch it again, though. I can't do secondhand embarrassment. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Next one I watched 2 movies in the same day again. It was The Changeling. I'd heard about this movie, and I legitimately was thinking it was going to be a specific plot, and then it turned out to be something else, and I think I like it. I think it's an okay movie, but I can't remember most of it, except for the twist. It was horrifying, the way they presented the story. And yeah, I remember, the reason I even remember I watched this movie at all was because I was laying in bed watching it off my TV, which I hardly watch movies off my TV anymore because I'm just, my desk is like right here and my TV is right above my desk. I love laying down and watching stuff like on my phone or off of my TV. I struggle with it during the day. So I remember watching The Changeling whilst it was snowing, and that's how I remember it. That's all I remember of it. I had to rewind it a couple of times because I got distracted, but it was an okay movie. I was forced to reevaluate my enjoyment of Bo Burnham's work when he released his special in 2021 where he went COVID make man sad for 2 hours, and then everyone was like, this is peak cinema. Oh, I was like, what are you talking about? It was Inside. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I watched that. God, that was 2021? Jesus, that feels like a century ago. Oh my god. Yeah, that Inside, I think about Inside not all that much, in honesty. Inside was interesting. I mean, I don't know how to feel about Inside in all honesty. I don't think it's peak cinema. I don't even really think it's Bo's best work. I think it's an interesting relic of a specific time period, but like, God, I keep forgetting I watched that. Jesus Christ. And then he disappeared into the void, and I haven't heard from him since. Anyway. Changeling was a mediocre movie that I think about. Not at all. And then immediately after I watched The Changeling, I watched this really fucking weird movie from the 70s called Blue Eyes of the Broken Doll. The only thing I have to say about this movie is it weirdly fetishizes disabilities and treats women with disabilities in a weird way I don't like. Like, there's a bunch of women in this. It's like three sisters of a family, and this convicted criminal comes to work for them. One sister is an amputee, and she has a prosthetic arm that's just very clearly like her arm in like a little thing that they made for her. It's not actually a prosthesis. I figured that out very quickly when I could see her fingers in through the prosthesis, her real fingers. There's a sister in a wheelchair, and then there's another sister that has insomnia. And that's all that's wrong with her. And like, I just didn't like it. It was just very bad. It was a weird dub. It takes place in Spain, I think. I got bored of it very fast, and the twist in it I didn't like either. It was just a very it was just a very it was just a forgettable movie, and I hated it so bad. I got bored with it really quickly. People were talking about it like it was a revolutionary piece of art, and I was like, did we watch the same thing? LOL, yeah. He's dating Phoebe Bridgers now? That's the last I heard from... He's dating Phoebe Bridgers? Wait, what? I didn't actually fucking know that. Wait, what? I don't even really like Phoebe Bridgers. That's really funny. Damn. Alright. Go for the most mediocre man on the planet, Queen. It's very difficult to find a film which heavily centers disability representation that doesn't infantilize its characters. It's frustrating. This one had an opposite problem. I don't even think they infantilized any of the women that had disabilities. I just think they just hated the women for having a disability at all. Because the woman who was in the wheelchair... I don't care about spoiling this film. The woman in the wheelchair turned out to be the one that was the villain the whole time, and she wasn't even disabled. Turns out she just wasn't. And she killed everybody in the fucking film and took their eyes out because she was heartbroken over an ex of hers, and it just made, I was just like, oh my god, am I fucking watching a Mario Bava film? What is going on? Why is the woman a fucking villain? I was like, God, I'm just getting flashbacks to fucking Mario Bava. Am I watching Blood of the Bay of Blood again? Or am I watching Blood and Lace again? Blood and Black Lace? Oh God, I was just like cookie cutter Mario Bava, except in Spain instead of Italy. Even that Mario Bava is like a rip off of... What is his fucking name? Hang on. He's a rip off of Dario Argento, excuse me, Jesus. Oh my god, I'm having a hard time today. Please be patient with me. Sorry. Good. Okay. Next film I watched was Red Rooms. Most of these films I watched off of Shudder with some exceptions. Red Rooms is actually very good, and I need to watch it again, because that whole day that I was watching, it took me like 3-4 hours to get through the like a 2-hour movie, because I kept getting distracted by people in my group chat, my good friends. Shout out to my good friends, I love them very, very much, but oh by god, I kept getting distracted. Oh, I'll have to look at a thing in a second. Later, I mean. Red Rooms was very good. It had a lot of commentary about true crime. It had a lot of commentary about true crime, obsession with killers, online fandom, and how it can trick you into a specific mindset unless you're truly fucked. I thought it was very good, but I thought that okay, god, I'm so scrambled. I'm so sorry. Jesus Christ, my brain. I keep getting distracted. Hate it when a movie becomes a Darman short midway through, yeah. I think that its commentary that it was going for was pretty good. I liked the specific points about being lured into a specific mindset based on things you see on the internet, but then, like, getting exposed to the actual truth of it because, like, you were misinformed and you didn't really actually know what was going on. Like, that kind of set. I liked that kind of commentary on it. What I didn't care much for was its depiction of Red Rooms as a whole, because every single fucking movie gets it wrong whenever they bring up Red Rooms or the dark web. I'm surprised, though, this movie is accurately informed in what the dark web is versus, like... For the most part, though, I will say I think it still mixes up the deep web with the dark web. In terms of, like, what is portrayed in it versus what isn't. And, like, Red Rooms, I'm gonna say it now, for those of you who aren't aware, Red Rooms don't actually fucking exist. There's no such thing as a Red Room, because the idea of a live-streamed killing, where you could sit in a chat and watch it on something like equivalent to a deep web, dark web, Twitch, is not viable because of Tor browsers, lack of being able to carry an internet connection very well because it's very slow. Although this movie just randomly had it where it was like, oh, but somehow Tor has gotten better and faster internet connections to make that possible, and I was like, that's fucking bullshit, and you know it. You're just making that up for the have a bullshit way of explaining why there was a red room in the first place. That's, no. I wish it was just accurate. I wish. Oh my god. I remember Megan is Missing being particularly bad. Don't even get me started. Megan is Missing. Oh my fucking god, I hate that movie. It's so awful, and I fucking hate the director of it. Suck-ass movie. Why did everyone on TikTok go bonkers for it? Jesus Christ. I've known that movie's been bad. I've known that movie's bad for over a decade. And yet nobody cares, huh? What was I gonna say? Okay. Red Rooms. I did also like that this film didn't actually show any of the killings. Probably because it would have been too silly. But I liked that they didn't show any of them. At all. You just either hear the audio or you get a glimpse of, like, the end of it. There is, like, 3 victims, I believe, of this serial killer. that did these red rooms, and 2 of the films are found, but the 3rd one is lost, and so this girl is going on like a bid on the deep web to try to get it so she can see it, because she's obsessed with this particular girl. I don't know, I need to rewatch it to really fully get a glimpse of what the fuck is going on with her. But it's an interesting movie. I liked it. I need to watch it again, as I said, because I was so very distracted the whole time I was watching it, but it also made me fucking cringe because of like the true crime aspect of it and how accurate it was in that regard. And like true crime obsessives, at least there wasn't like fangirls that were like thirsting for this killer. Ugh. Anyway, I don't know anything else that director's made, but that movie sucks so hard. I'm out. I don't think that director's made anything else. I'm gonna be so fucking honest. Michael Goy, suck my dick. Anyway. Next movie I watched was The Menu, which is a movie I have heard about for a very long time now. I didn't watch it when it came out because I didn't know it existed, and then I watched it not too long ago, and like, I'm surprisingly getting into more modern horror movies to see what the sitch is, what's going on with modern horror, because I've been hearing either really good things or really bad things, and I've been hitting like a semi-good streak with modern horror films, but I have I'm anticipating, well, actually I did watch a more modern horror film that sucked that I'll talk about in a second, but for the most part, most of the modern horror films that I've watched are okay, the ones that I've been picking out, and The Menu was great. I really enjoyed The Menu. Curious to hear your take. I loved it. I thought it was great. I loved the acting in it. I'm not huge on Anya Taylor-Joy, but she does a phenomenal job in it. Nicholas Hoult, who was also in Nosferatu, did a really great job in it, being a pathetic man for the billionth time. What's-his-face is in it, who's also in Conclave, I believe. I still need to watch Conclave. What's his name? Ralph Fiennes? Ralph Fiennes? I hope I said his name right. The Menu, oh my god. Oh my god. The way it unfolds the whole time is so good. The build-up is great. I love, love. Oh my gosh. I love it. I love it. It so reminds me of cooking shows because I grew up watching the Food Network. It just reminded me a little bit of certain food presentation show, like how it's presented in shows. And then as it gets just gradually more and more unhinged, oh my god, I adore it. I adore it. It's so good. A lot of modern horror films, you walk into the cinema and it's either just Hereditary or Suspiria again. I couldn't even finish the modern Suspiria because it made me throw up at one specific part of it. I couldn't watch it all the way through. It made me sick. Nicholas Hoult was such a weaselly little guy in that movie. I'm very excited to see him in Superman. That's so fair. I love when he plays pathetic men. He's like built to be a pathetic man. He was a very pathetic man in Nosferatu. He was a very weaselly little pathetic man in The Menu. I need to see Renfield still because he also plays a pathetic man in that one, I'm pretty sure. But fuck, he was so good in The Menu. That whole movie is just so good anyway. I love it. I think about it here and there. I want to watch it again, actually. I want to watch it again. I might do that at some point. Maybe tonight. Before I go to bed, I'll pop on The Menu. I wanna see it again. I really do. Perfect Lex Luthor casting. Oh, he's Lex Luthor in that? Oh, that's crazy. Perfect role for him, actually. Oh my gosh. Anyway, yes, The Menu was great. I loved its commentary on the food industry. I don't think it's a perfect film, of course. There are some faults in it a little bit, but I think it was great in talking about customer, like, specific customer relationships in, like, how they treat service industry workers, capitalism. Just also, I think it's also just commentating on art as well, because I watched the entire like Dead Meat podcast episode for it and I thought it was perfect. I'm sorry, I watch Dead Meat occasionally. For I watch a horror film and then I watch the Dead Meat episode for it because I want to hear what they say. And I disagree with them a lot, but I agree that I loved the menu, and they talked about like how it was like a commentary on art. They also, their cameraman is also a chef, or like was a chef and is a foodie like enjoyer, so he had a lot to say on it, which provided a lot of insight, which was very great. Anyway, I'm mumbling on. I'm going on and on and on and on about the menu. I'm so sorry. I must be boring the shit out of you guys. I'm so sorry. I just want to talk. My brain just like I'm motor mouth today. I'm sorry. I have a couple more. I have 5 more movies to talk to you guys about, and then I'm done with movie talk for a bit. I might end stream in a little bit too. My headache's starting to get worse and my throat is dying. Whew, gotta work myself back up into this. It also doesn't help I've been talking all day, so yeah. Anyway. I'm locked in, it's okay. Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. I can always count on you, Leah. If nobody's got me, I know Leah's got me. Anyway, after the menu, I watched Deep Red, which is my very first Dario Argento, or unless, wait, actually, it might be my second. What's that other one that he did that I watched that I was like meh about? Where is it? I swear I logged it, unless I'm stupid and I forgot. Oh my god, I might be stupid. I'm so stupid! No way, I forgot to log that. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Hold on. Everybody pause as I try to go find what I'm looking for. Time to open Shudder. They put Silent Hill on Shudder? What the hell? Oh, that's Mario Bava. My brain forgot. Dario Argento. Phenomena! I watched Phenomena a bit ago. And I didn't quite enjoy Phenomena. I thought it was very weird. But not in the good way. But I watched Deep Red because everyone agrees that it's Dario Argento's best Gallo, however you pronounce that genre of film. It's the best film he's done. I thought it was okay at best. Maybe, probably because I watched Mario Bava films before I started getting into watching some of Dario Argento. Oh wait, did he do The Bird in the Crystal Plumage? Hang on, unless that's Mario Bava too. Everybody pause again. Oh, he did The Bird in the Crystal Plumage, and I did not like that either. Yeah, I think we had this conversation before where, the original Suspiria is probably the best Dario Argento, but then all his other films are like, meh. I haven't finished the original Suspiria. But I did not like The Bird with the Crystal Plumage, I did not like Phenomena, and I did not care for Deep Red, so I just have a feeling that I'm 0 for 3 with Dario Argento. I keep wanting to call him Mario Bava. Fucking, they're the same person in my head. I didn't like Deep Red. I didn't. I thought it was very mediocre, and it didn't make any fucking sense in my head, and it still doesn't. I thought it was boring. It was very boring. That's all I gotta say about it. There's not much I can really talk about with Deep Red. I enjoyed both Suspirias and partially the original. That's so fair. I couldn't finish either of them. I couldn't finish the first one because it was confusing and my friend wanted me to turn it off. My friend at the time, I should have specified. And also, the other Suspiria made me sick, so could not finish that one. Either or. Yeah, that's all I gotta say about Deep Red. There's not much I really can say elsewise. It was just okay. It's got all the typical pitfalls of a Dario Argento film with the weird dubbing that isn't dubbing. Suspense, random twists that don't make sense, and a lot of hatred for women. A lot of hatred for women. Anyway, after that, I rewatched, because I realized I didn't put it on my fucking Letterboxd. I rewatched Angel's Egg, which is a film by the same guy that did the original Ghost in the Shell movie. Animated, not the live action. Animated, I need to specify. Angel's Egg is very good. I watched this before I went to work. I love Angel's Egg. It's a very good movie. It's beautiful. It's well done animation-wise. Gorgeous art, gorgeous soundtrack that sounds heavenly and discordant at the same time. It sounds like you're in hell and heaven at the same time. Hardly any dialogue to it. There's a lot of allegory going on. There's not a lot of story to be told necessarily that's up front. You kind of have to do a lot of the work of guessing what it's about for yourself, even though I think the point of the movie is very expressed fairly easily if you can, like, if you squint. I think it's an easy movie to figure out, especially if you're a bit of a sleuth, like a lot of people are. I love it. I remember when I watched this with my ex, she did not like it. She thought it was very confusing. Then again, she didn't really care much for films that weren't very, very upfront. I love movies with allegory and movies that don't hold your hand, either at all or the whole time when trying to explain stuff. That's why I like Utana very much, like Revolutionary Girl Utana. That's why I love this movie. I love so many movies with allegory in them that don't tell the whole story and you have to piece it together yourself. Oh. It's my bread and butter, dude. Jesus, I am just... Gosh, excuse me. But yeah, Angel's Egg is very good. I highly recommend it, actually. You guys should watch it. Be careful, though. There is some slight flashing lights in it, from what I recall. And it doesn't hold your hand. That's why I love Mulholland Drive. Yes. I do need to rewatch Mulholland Drive by myself. I still think about the fact that Billy Ray Cyrus is in that movie, though, and it was just a fucking jump scare. I was like, Billy Ray Cyrus! Yes, I love movies that don't hold your hand. That's also why I like David Lynch's films as a whole. I like stuff that doesn't hold your hand. It's peak, I tell you, it's peak. That's totally fair. I will rewatch it eventually. I'm due a rewatch anyway, it's been a little while. Uh-oh. Stream froze? Did stream freeze? Ruh-roh, hang on. We're so back. Did stream freeze for like 2 seconds? Oh. That scared me when you said that. I was like, what? Oh god, wait. Because everything looked fine on my end, unless I wasn't looking. I didn't have the statistics in front of me. Statistics, yeah. I didn't drop any frames. There's no delay issues. That's weird. Interesting. Excuse me, god. Alright, I've got 3 more films to talk about. Let's finish this off. I watched 2 in the same day again. And then I watched a movie on my birthday. Let's talk about them. I watched Censor first on one day. Took a while for me to get through. Only froze for like less than a minute. Okay. like a second. It was like a flick. Okay. I watched Censor. The first thing I watched in the day. It took me a hot minute to get through that one because I kept getting distracted as well. Maybe it's just me being crazy. You're not crazy. Might have been something on your end. I don't know. Might have been something on my end. I don't know either. Anyway, it was a very good movie. I liked Censor. I think it was a movie that I'd heard about and I've been meaning to watch it for a while. And I had some credit on Canopy and I watched it through Canopy. And I really, really, really liked it. I thought it was very good. Well, I wouldn't say I really, really liked it. I did just really enjoy it. I had a lot of good commentary on the video nasties and the issues with Margaret Thatcher's government in trying to censor horror films. And, like, had this interesting plot woven into it with the main character. I'm not going to spoil anything because you guys should go watch that movie, but you should also be very careful when going into that movie too. It's very intense. It has flashing lights as well. It's good though. I really, really liked it. I'm glad I took a chance on it. But then it kind of went downhill from there, because then right after that I watched Cuckoo, which is the movie that had Hunter Schafer in it, and I was interested to see what Hunter Schafer would do outside of Euphoria, even though I only watched like one episode of Euphoria. So I don't have a full reference for how she is acting wise. But it was her first time in a horror film, and I'm very upset by this because, oh my god, okay. This movie was a confusing, jumbled mess that didn't make fucking any sense whatsoever. And not even in a so bad it's good kind of way. It was just so, I just didn't like it. I hated it. Very much so. I think there was only one redeeming character in it, and it was Hunter Schafer's character's little sister. I liked her very much. She was probably the only good character in that whole fucking movie. Very good, for the most part, child actor, actually. I very much dislike Cuckoo. Yeah, I did not like Cuckoo at all. It made no sense. It made me uncomfortable at random times, and I think no amount of Hunter Schafer can fix what is fundamentally a bad movie. Oh, yeah. She did pretty fine in the movie. I don't think she did bad. I don't think she did good either. I think she was pretty middle of the road for what she was given for this film. I wish there was more development to her character, though, and I wish that this movie just made sense. I wish this movie made sense. That's all I desire. Because I think it could have been something, but it just wasn't, unfortunately. Also, the whole time toward the end, her being beat the fuck up was so funny. I don't know why. I did like, though, that she's unabashedly a lesbian, or like sapphic in the film. I liked that she had a relationship with another woman. It made me happy to see that. And it was just so casual, too. Because it's like, most horror films, if not a majority of horror films, feature characters that are just unabashedly straight. They're just predominantly straight. And it's shoved in your face a whole bunch. And casual. So to see just casual queerness made my heart warm. So I was like, yay, we're getting closer to something good. That's the only thing I can say good about this film. I fucking hated the dad character. I felt her anger the whole fucking time. Because I was like, Jesus fucking Christ, this guy just sucks. He has a chronic case of, I want to move on from my past family and move deep into my new family. And I wanted to fucking punt him across the goddamn Alps or wherever the hell they were in Germany. The Alps are in Switzerland. What is wrong with me? Wait. I'm stupid. In any case, I just wanted to punt him. I wanted to punt that fucking guy and kill him. I mean, like I said, I think the only actual good character that I liked the whole time was the little sister, the mute little sister. She was very good. The only goodness in that whole movie. Anyway, there's not much else to say about Cuckoo. I think that's all I gotta say about it. And then the last movie I watched for, the last movie that I watched for February was on my birthday when I came home from work. Tubi had Jennifer's Body on it, and so it was gonna get taken off soon, so I was like, you know what, it's time to rewatch Jennifer's Body after having not watched it for over a decade now. I think I watched it either when I was 14 or 15, maybe 16, pushing it a little bit, but I don't know what was going on in that movie either, honestly. No matter how many explanations of it I get, I still don't fucking know. But yeah, I rewatched Jennifer's Body. I've been on a trend of rewatching movies that I haven't seen in over several decades, like a decade or so now. And Jennifer's Body was due a rewatch anyway, because I had watched it when I was, I really liked it when I was younger, and I wanted to watch it again because I didn't remember shit from it, other than the, stuff I would see in gift sets. In rewatching it, I still love Jennifer's Body. I think it's a banging movie. I think it's great. I love it. I love Jennifer's body. Which is just like so funny out of context that this movie is called Jennifer's Body, and I sound like I'm talking about a woman named Jennifer and how her rockin' her bod is. No, I love the movie. It's very good. What's the director's name? Diablo Cody? Does a good job with movies, I think. I still need to watch Frank and Lisa, but I loved Jennifer's Body. I think it's a good feminist movie, I will say. I love Megan Fox. Gorgeous woman. Does a really good job in this movie. I can very much, after watching Ginger Snaps again recently, I can see the influence from Ginger Snaps in that movie a lot, with how Jennifer acts versus how Ginger, I think her name is, versus how Ginger acts. Like, there's a parallel sequence I saw with them going down the hallway after their transformations. Very much, like, inspiration. I'm not saying that Diablo Cody ripped off Ginger Snaps, because that obviously is not the case. Ginger Snaps is a completely different movie from Jennifer's Body. There's just parallels and homages that I noticed. But Jennifer's Body is very much its own entity, and I think it stands on its own, and it's a cult classic for a reason. Toxic Yuri. There's Toxic Yuri in it. With Needy and Jennifer. Although I will say the thing that aged poorly in that movie is the usage of the R slur that's just thrown about so casually. Like, I think it counted like 2 or 3 times it got used casually, and it just jolted me out of my system. I was like, fuck's sake, alright, Jesus. I did struggle with watching the movie at one point because of the sex scene between Needy and Chip. It's supposed to be like a positive experience, and I'm supposed to be upset about what's happening with Mr. Emo Boy and Jennifer. Although I keep thinking about the fact that that's Kyle Gallner, like baby Kyle Gallner, but pre The Passenger. And everyone's obsessed with Kyle Gallner now after that movie. And it's so funny because he was little bitty emo boy in Jennifer's Body. And he looked so good with the lip piercing. And I think about that all the time. Anyway. I know I'm supposed to like be upset about that. I was just more upset about the sex scene or the build up to the sex scene with Chip and Needy. Because of my own personal trauma relating to sex. So I just like was like, I think I'm more comfortable with fucked up sex scenes than I am with, like, just actual, like, legitimately good ones, because I'm just like, I don't know what it was about it. I just, like, wanted to turn the movie off for a hot minute there. But I pushed through it like the soldier I was, because I wanted to get through this movie. And I did, and I think it was worth it. Also, I recognized, like, 3 out of the 4 prominent artists, or wait, there were so many, like, early 2000s songs in that fucking movie, it's so funny. There was Akon in there, with that one song that's like, I see you whining and grinding up on that floor. I think about all sex is horror to me. That's so fair. I don't mind sex in films necessarily anymore, but there's specific ones that trigger my trauma. I'm ace, yeah, I know. But there's specific ones that trigger my trauma that I have to be careful of. What was I saying? Oh yeah, there's Akon in that fucking film. There was, You Hit Me Once, I Hit You Back, that fucking song. I can't think of the artist right now. You gave a punch, I gave a slap, or whatever. I gave a punch, you gave a slap. That one, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what that song was fucking everywhere. There was also Hole, surprisingly, was in there, but it wasn't the actual song Jennifer's Body that the film is named after. It was Violet off that same album, I think. Don't ask how I know Hole so well. And, oh, fuck, what was the other one? Was there another one? Oh, yeah, of course. The Panic at the Disco. My brain almost forgot. It's probably because I'm trying to wipe Brendan Urie out of my fucking brain forever. Oh, Brendan Urie can eat my goddamn ass. Fuck that guy, seriously. I mean, I'm a partial to A Fever You Can't Sweat Out. I do like that album. I think it's very good. I just like, oh, Brendan Urie can fucking kick rocks. That guy sucks ass. But it just, like, got me. Both times I watched Jennifer's Body, I know for a fact that I was jump scared by the sudden appearance of Panic at the Disco. I know I was jump scared the second time around watching it when I saw the Fall Out Boy poster in Jennifer's room. I was like, Fall Out Boy? And then I hear Panic at the Disco, and I'm like, Panic at the Disco? Jesus. Panic at the Disco jump scare? Yeah, I was a Panic at the Disco jump scare. I panicked at the disco. I panicked at the disco because it just randomly showed up, even though I knew what scene that song was coming from, or coming into, and I just still was, like, not prepared for it anyway. Brendan Urie and Lin-Manuel Miranda are made in the same factory. Well, I don't know if Lin-Manuel Miranda was immensely racist, saying slurs on stage or grooming young fans like Brendan Urie was. So, I think they're like in the same cringe factory, but I don't know if they're made in the same factory, if you know what I mean. Fall Out Boy jump scare, they're making their way through the mall emo bands. They are. Unironically though, sometimes I do still listen to Fall Out Boy. Sometimes, not all the time. I sometimes listen to older Jesus Christ, Fall Out Boy songs, because, look, Fall Out Boy was a big part of my youth growing up, unfortunately. I mean, God, like, thanks for the memories. Sugar We're Going Down. I had to think for a second what the fuck that song was called in my brain. Saint a Scene, like, all those songs were very much a fundamental part of me growing up. And sometimes I go back and I listen to them, but I wouldn't say necessarily I'm like a fan of them now. I'm just like nostalgic for a specific period of my life when I was listening to those kinds of musicians all the time. Although I will say Evanescence is still persistent in terms of musicians I listened to in my youth that I would still listen to now. The Fallen album I'm still looking out for when I go out places. I want that fucking album on CD so goddamn bad. It's like my magnum opus. Igor was up there. Evanescence is next. Fall Out Boys kind of rips to Folie à Deux. Rips up to Folie à Deux. Sure. I didn't know how to respond to that. I'm sorry, my brain went, And you all know I'll defend MCR to my dying breath. Oh yeah. I love me My Chemical Romance. Look, it's cheesy. Most people don't like them. I will defend my boy Gerard Way. Oh, excuse me, my good friend Gerard Way. They use they, them. I forgot. I'm so sorry, Gerard. Please forgive me. I'll defend them to my dying breath as well. I love, I saw a CD for the Black Parade, or excuse me, what the hell is that? Welcome to the Black Parade? What the hell is that album called that has Welcome to the Black Parade on it? Is that what it's called? That fucking, I saw that album when I was at Barnes & Noble, and I almost impulse bought it, and then I was like, I don't know if My Chemical Romance that well. I know most of their popular hits, but I don't know them that well to buy the album. Anyway, we're just talking about early 2000s music, completely off track from Jennifer's Body. I love Jennifer's Body. I don't have much else to say about it, I guess. We're just off on another tangent. Then again, it wouldn't be a Quartz stream without a tangent, so, you know. Gerard Way turned me gay and trans to my gender. Or just the Black Parade? Okay, thank you. Perfect album. Cool. Gerard Way also turned me gay and trans to my gender. Well, yeah, Jennifer's Body is very good. I recommend it. She's a boy eater. Then again, she swings both ways, apparently. We love Jennifer. check. Jennifer, check, my beloved. She's a bi queen. We love you, bi queen. Mwah. I'm partial to 3 Cheers, though, but Black Parade is also peak. Yeah, I think I like the most songs off of 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge as opposed to Black Parade. But anyway, those are all the movies that I watched recently. Just so, yeah, we're done with that. Yeah. Oh my god, that took a million years. I'm so sorry. Yes. Those are all the movies I watched, the past couple of months. Or, you know what I mean. God, I can't word. I'm dead. I'm dead, Your Honor. I'm dead. I'm gone and deceased into the fucking void. Excuse me, God, I'm dying. Ugh. Yeah, I watched a lot of movies because I needed to cope. I needed to cope in some way. I just needed something to distract me. I've got other distractions now, obviously. Oh, I guess I should also say it. I did watch the first episode of Yellow Jackets not too long ago because I was very curious and I've been hearing about it forever. Although it's mixed bag, a lot of people either really like it or after a certain point, I think after like this certain point in season 2 or so, a lot of people start hating it. So I was intrigued, and so I watched the pilot, the first episode for it, and I liked it. I think it's pretty good. The only problem is I haven't gone back to watch it at all. I watched the first episode, really liked it, then I'm like, yeah, actually, you know what, I don't know if I can continue. So I just like, I need to get back to it. That's what I need to do. I need to get back into Yellow Jackets. Also, it caught me so the fuck off guard because I heard Hole again, and I was like, I can't escape Courtney Love. Jesus H. Christ. I've been retreating into escapism as well. It's been exceptionally difficult for a few months. Yeah, I know. I get what you mean in specific in your situation, Leah. One of my friends really wants me to watch Yellow Jackets, and I am certainly curious. I want to see Sophie Thatcher in something good, lol. Yeah, that's fair. I think the first episode does sell it very well, what the premise of it is, and also I've heard it's gay as fuck. There's a lot of lesbians and sapphics coming in and out of that fucking series, apparently. So, I mean, that's what alerted me in the first place, was I heard there was lesbians or sapphics in it. I was originally set to watch it after Breaking Bad with my ex, and then she said she didn't want to watch it because it didn't look appealing. And you know what? That's her loss. Frankly, that's her loss. Also, I'm probably not gonna finish Breaking Bad. I'm gonna be so honest with you guys. I got to season 5, and I don't want to finish it. I'm gonna be so honest. I'm giving up on it. I can't. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll finish Yellow Jackets eventually. I'll get around to it. Anyway, is there anything else I want to address? Oh, yes. In terms of stuff related to the news regarding Palestine and all other events in the world, I have been doing my very best to keep up with the news, but it has been very, Breaking Bad is great. You should still watch. I know, but I just, like, I fucking have such a hard time with Breaking Bad, my guy. Excuse me. I just can't I can't. I think it's good in terms of technicalities as a TV show. It's good in that regard, but just, I can't. If you got to season 5 and still don't like it, then it's okay, lol. Look, it's not that I don't like it. I think Breaking Bad is technically a good show. It's got good acting, it's got good camera work, the setup is great, the story is solid. I just don't have the will to finish it. I'm gonna be so honest. Like, it's probably gonna be in the realm of, like, a show like Hannibal, where I really, really liked it, but just can't be bothered to finish it. It's fine. I just can't. I don't have the will. Anyway, the news. I have been doing my best to keep up with the news. My depression spiral and all the subsequent breakdowns that I've had have made it extremely hard for me to keep up with the news, and I do want to apologize for that, though. I am still doing my best to keep up with it now that I'm in a better place. It's just a bit of a harder rhythm to get back into after all that spiraling that I did from December to late February. I was not in a clear state of mind. I was very suicidal. I was on the verge of killing myself a couple of times, actually. So, I am working my way back into that. It may take me a while to get back to talking about that, but I am, for the most part, aware of what's going on with Palestine still, which leads me into the charity streams. I know we abruptly cut off after the one stream that we did, and I promise we will get back to that. I do not wish to abandon the charity streams, all the work that we put into it. I don't want to abandon that because, quite frankly, that's dumb and not worth it. We might just restructure it a little bit. It might take a little bit to get back to it because I still want to find my groove with going back into streaming and getting back into the headspace of it when I don't feel like breaking down consistently, which I don't currently, but, you know, I just need to find my footing again, so I might do unrelated streams, before then. We'll have to see when we eventually get back to it, but I do plan to get back to doing that. We might add 2 extra days to the charity streams so that we can add more time, give more people a reason to donate. We'll still do the paint-a-thon, we'll still follow Bob Ross tutorials. I did actually find out that every single season of his show that he did is on YouTube for free. So it's not just the season that I found randomly, it's every season is available for free, so we'll bounce around probably when we do get back to it. The current state of the world has been a big contributor to my awful mental state, to be honest. Yeah, that's fair. Me, it was just like internal stuff that was going on in my personal life as opposed to the outer stuff going on. I did see the news about what was happening currently, and yeah, that fucking absolutely is also contributing to my bad mental health. A lot, but most of my breakdowns that I had was like internal stuff. But I don't blame anyone for having breakdowns over the current state of the world. It fucking is awful as shit and oppressive and horrible. But we persist anyway. What was I gonna say? But yes, we will get back to the charity streams. I promise. I am not abandoning that one whatsoever. Also, a thing I want to say, I was gonna do this today, but time got away from me because I was just so unprepared for stream today. I want to do a bit of a rebrand in terms of my image, because we've had this little persona of me for 2 years now that I've done streaming, going on 3 now years of streaming, and I want to change it up a little bit. I want to change my little guy. I want to look a lot more different. Because I love me with the big old ponytail, like pigtails, kind of looking a little bit like a Miku ripoff. And I like it and all, but I think it's time we start fresh. I think it's time we start over, and we put a different me on here, a more true-to-life me. One that's still not exactly me, but is still a me, you know what I mean? Like a persona still. But one that is more true to what I actually look like, as opposed to purple hair me. Does any of that make any sense? I feel like I just kind of rambled in a circle. But yes, I'm gonna do a rebrand, probably next stream. Court Season 2 incoming. Yes, I'm going to rebrand. We're gonna have a whole different image. It might take a little bit to roll out, of course, over the multiple streams. We're not gonna just do this all in one. But before next stream, you guys are probably gonna see a new little PNG tuber of me, and probably maybe even a new... Well, I probably won't roll out a new icon just yet, just so people get used to what I look like currently. And then we can adjust from there. We're gonna roll it out like a fucking update, I guess. Yeah, I think it's time for a change. It's good for my mental health, frankly. I need a new image. I need a fresh start. We need to... We're having... I'm trying to think of something, sorry. It'll be just like what John Lennon said. It'll be just like starting over. Starting over. We're starting over, babes. We're doing the new me. We're updating. Probably also because I stopped drawing myself like this a while ago, whilst I was on break. I haven't drawn a whole bunch, actually, whilst I was over break, but I started drawing myself a lot more different than how I have been drawing myself for these streams. So I'm gonna incorporate that. And as for a quartz upgrade, let's go, yes. And as for what I want to do for streams coming up, I don't have any plans. It's still going to be flimsy for a while. I'm not going to be streaming every single week, obviously, because of work and also my own mental sanity. I don't think I could do every single Saturday. I think that's how I burn myself out so easily. This time they'll have a beetle shirt instead of a ghost shirt. Probably. Either that or a monkey's shirt. I will see what I feel like. But I know next stream we are playing Voices of the Void. Oh my god, I need to show you guys my addiction. It is my favorite game at the moment. Like I said, I'm not big on aliens and shit. I've never been very big on aliens and stuff, even though I love the X-Files and all that, but I like this game so much. It's so fun. I have so much fun being a little organizer, doing all my little tasks and sorting out alien signals. Hello, welcome in. Good to see you. You're coming in just as I'm rounding up to end stream here in a bit. Yeah, but so what was I saying? Oh, I'm just sorry. I'm so excited. Next Saturday, I will be gone, I'm afraid. Oh, no. Oh no, well you still have the VOD, it's alright. I'm probably gonna do this over multiple streams, I'm gonna be so honest. You guys are probably, for like, maybe the rest of March, you're gonna get a bunch of Voices of the Void streams. Cause that's the only game I can think of playing right now. I just really want to show you guys the game. I have so much fun with it. I love, tidiness, I think is my thing. I love cleaning. I love the, like, organizing signals, getting signals out, going to the satellites and fixing them, riding around on the little ATV that it's got, the server room, like, doing all the server room maintenance. Oh my god, I love that game so much. It's so fun! It's so fun! Which is so rare for me to say about a game that I just want to play over and over and over. I'm usually like a one and done kind of person when it comes to games, unless it's like an open-ended game like Minecraft or like Planet Zoo. Oh my god, I'm so excited, I'm sorry. Eee! I love Voices of the Void. I got addicted to it on accident too. Cause, like, here's the game. Here's the thing. The game is for free. You can get it off itch.io easily. And I think we almost played it before, but I couldn't get it to work because I downloaded it wrong. Also, hello, welcome back, Leo. We're talking about Voices of the Void. I love it so much. It's my guilty pleasure game. All the times I could have been spent doing writing and all that I was supposed to be doing, but I was in a horrible depressive spiral. I just spent it playing Voices of the Void instead. It's the whole reason I got a new mouse. Just so I could play Voices of the Void. Just so I could just have a better scroll wheel to fix up signals and shit. Like, I love that game so bad. There's a sticky note actually on my desk currently that's from when I was playing Voices of the Void that just has a whole bunch of satellites that I was going to get the hashes for to put with my reports and stuff. It's just got stuff like, what are the ones that I have on here? I've got Tango, Golf, Juliet, spelt with 2 T's for some reason. which I'm pretty sure this is just like the military alphabet. I also have November, Quebec, however you pronounce it, Quebec. Victor, Romeo, Lima, Juliet, again, Golf, Mike, Bravo, Oscar, Kilo, and Charlie. All the ones that I was going to get hashes for. It's also just my little reminder note so that I was like, oh, which ones do I need to go to again? Because it usually is like 3 satellites I need to go to get hashes for. I feel like I'm speaking... It makes sense in the game when you're in it, you know what I mean? Like, if me explaining it to you guys is probably not gonna make any sense, because you're like, what the fuck's a hash? What the fuck do you mean, satellites? Oh my god. We're playing it next stream, 100%, so I can just show you guys the peak of my addiction. The only reason I haven't been playing it recently is because I accidentally reset my progress. Because I was trying to get myself out of a hole I got stuck in, and I couldn't get out. And I was so far away from my base, I couldn't get back there because my energy ran out, so I just accidentally reset my progress instead of resetting my character back into the base. And I got so sad. I made such good progress. I was on day 10. Day 10! And I went back to day 9. I'm so sad. But I'll make it back. We'll make it back. We'll round ourselves back up again, and we'll start over. These streams will probably be the motivator to get me back into playing it again. Hell, for all I know, I might pick it back up again even before stream, because I miss it. It was my depression game. I was so fucking upset over January, February. I just was like, fuck it, I'm pulling up Voices of the Void and putting it on and playing it before I go to work. And it's a time sink, too. Honest to God, you could lose 3-4 hours of it in like a snap. Because it's so good and addictive, and oh my god. I would just play it forever and get distracted, and then be like, oh my god, I gotta go to work in an hour, and then I have to turn it off. Oh, man. Anyway. Yeah, we're playing that next stream. You guys are gonna... Oh, it's so freaky, too, because it has, like, a day-night cycle, and it's about aliens, so you're worried that there's, like, alien invaders, and they're gonna come down to, like, murder you or something, because you hear the signals and you're like, oh fuck, they're out there, man. And there is like a chance of an alien invasion, and like, I don't think necessarily Voices of the Void is a horror game. It's a horror game for specifically people who are afraid of aliens, and I'm not. But I am afraid of the dark, so I hate going out in the dark so fucking bad. It scares the shit out of me so much. So whenever I have to get on my little ATV and go ride around in the dark to do whatever, like fix satellites or go fix the breakers or whatever, oh my god, it freaks the shit out of me because I can't see very far, and I'm like, is there a little guy out here that wants to kill me? Please, no, I'm just a little guy on my ATV. I can barely reach the pedals. Please don't. Oh my god. Oh fuck, anyway. Excuse me. I think it would be sick if aliens rescued us. Honestly, have I told you guys about my alien experience before, quote unquote, my alien experience? I don't remember if I have. I don't... This is gonna sound controversial for a second. I don't necessarily believe in aliens, which sounds dumb because I was also that person that believes in Bigfoot. But, like, I don't know. I don't have definitive evidence as to if aliens existed or not. I don't know if aliens exist or not. It's like, sure. Shrug. I don't know. I don't have an opinion on it one way or the other, but there was an incident when I was in high school that kind of has always made me kind of question it. I remember, not when I've been here, I'll tell it anyway for all the new people that don't know or haven't been here very long. If I have told it before, I don't think I have. I wish Maddie were here. Maddie would know. Maddie's an OG. Maddie, I miss you wherever you are. Come home, King. I miss you. Universe is so big, it'd be crazy if they didn't exist. You feel me? Yeah, I get it. That's fair. I don't know. I'm just like, meh. Probably because I've seen aliens all my life and like movies and shit, and I just don't believe anything else other than what I see. It's like, oh, it's a movie, whatever. Anyway, where was I? Oh, in high school. Okay, so there was a time period where I need to give you guys a little bit of background here so you understand why it was so freakish to me, what happened. So, this was around the time period where I was courting, if you will, my ex. Not my most recent ex, but I guess I'll call them the ex that assaulted me. Maddie, if you're watching the VOD, we love you. Yes, we love you, Maddie. We miss you so bad. You were OG. You are OG, and I miss you so much. Come home, King. Come home. Anyway, I was courting my ex who assaulted me at the time. This was before they assaulted me. I need to specify that. That was before we got into a relationship. But they had told me I needed to wait. And they didn't know whether or not we would be in a relationship or not. So I was just, like, playing the waiting game. And I was getting fucking sick of it. Because, like, it had been weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of waiting. And I was like, they're not gonna want to date me. Honest to God, I don't think so. And I was also having a hard time because I was also in the theater, and the theater's a fucking nightmare. And I remember one night I was fast asleep in bed, and all of a sudden I feel this something is like on the back of my neck, and I'm just like confused. I was like, what the hell's going on? I look over, there's like a sliver of like light peeking through my blinds, because I can see outside slightly through like a sliver of my blinds that shows me my window. And then there's just this bright white light piercing through into my room, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I'd never seen it before in all the time that I've lived in this house. Since then, too, I've never seen it. And I look up, and it's just this, it's completely covering the outside of my window, so I can't see shit. It's just this light in my face. So the first things that pop into my head are, it's the street lamp, right? It's just this bright light coming from the street lamp outside, which doesn't make any sense because the street lamp is like way away from my window, and it's like right fucking there. I can't see anything that's outside. Next thing I think is someone's flashing like a flashlight into my room for some reason, but I didn't see a person, nor did I see like the shape of a flashlight whatsoever. Third thing I thought of was it's the moon, but the moon doesn't get like a solid white beam of light ever, and the moon doesn't flash like it does into my room like that. So I was just staring at this white light, confused and exhausted. I had school in the morning. I was just like, what the am I dreaming? Like, I thought I was in like a waking dream or whatever. I don't know. I was very confused what the hell was going on. And then I turn over and I try to go back to sleep, and then the next time I open my eyes to look over again, it's just gone. The beam of light is completely gone, and I can see that it's just darkness outside. So I go up, and I get up from my bed, and I look outside, and it's just dark. It's just outside. It's nighttime. It's probably like, I don't know, like 1 or 2 in the morning, I think. I can't remember exactly what time it was. Get up the next morning, go get ready, and head off to school. And I get this intense sense of deja vu throughout the whole day. Like, I was like, I did this already. I did this classwork. I sat through this lecture. This teacher said this already. It was especially bad when I was in theater, even though, like, of course the repetition of rehearsals is like, yeah, of course I've done this over and over and over, but it was different. It was like I did this exact thing already. So I went to my friend, conveniently the friend I also met today, and we walked the track around our high school, and I was like, dude, what? I just saw the weirdest thing last night. And I told them what happened. They were like, dude, no, I saw the same thing. And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, I saw the same thing. It was just this beam, this pure beam of white light into my house. And I was like, what? the fuck? Really? And they were like, yeah. And I was like, was it like a street lamp or something? Was there any other way it could be anything else? And they were like, no, there are no street lamps near my window, because they lived in an apartment building, so it wouldn't have made any sense, because they would be looking out into like the woods or whatever, and then they have out the front is where the street lamps are, and it was in the back of their house. So I was astonished that they had even experienced it at all, and we were just both looking at each other with, what the fuck? And I asked them, like, are you experiencing deja vu like I am? And they were like, yeah, I feel like I've gone through this day already. And I was like, oh my god, wait, I have that feeling too. What the hell's going on? We were just confused the rest of the day. That shit was aliens, I'm saying. And here's the thing, also, the big kicker why I even brought up my ex in the first place. Not even long after that, I think it was a day or two after, they were suddenly like, yeah, let's date. Let's go for it. It was crazy. Like, it was... I was like, what? I didn't think that we were gonna be together whatsoever, and then all of a sudden they were like, yeah, we can date. I'm ready. And I was like, huh? And yeah, that was my crazy, I guess, alien experience. Nothing like that has ever happened to me since. I think I brought this story up with some of my friends in the group chat, and I think they were like, yeah, no, you were in an alternate dimension now. You swapped dimensions, and you're in a different one now. And I was like, oh my god, wait. You might be onto something, actually. Wait a minute. Because of the insane amount of deja vu that I was experiencing. And everything was just suddenly, like, different. And alternate to what was happening in what I was doing before. Things have not been the same since then. Like, yes, it was you and Owen, Leo. I remember, I think I told you guys about that. It was it's bonkers. The craziest thing that's probably ever happened to me, other than me getting the beginning stages of hypothermia, which I did talk to my friend about that today, actually. I was like, dude, you remember when I almost got hypothermia? And they were like, what are you talking about? You did get hypothermia. And I was like, oh my god, wait, I did? And they were like, yeah, you got the beginning stages of it. You didn't die from it, but you got the beginning stages of it. I was like, oh my god, wait. Oh my god. So now I have an even more insane story to tell people. Wow, that's so funny. Anyway. Yeah. What a time. What a time to be alive. Anyway, aliens. Crazy, man. I don't know what to say. I still don't know what the hell happened. I don't know what the hell happened. But you know what? I wouldn't have it any other way, quite frankly. So I guess shout out to those aliens that swapped me dimensions to put me in simultaneously the worst / best dimension it possibly could. Thanks, I guess. I mean, bad things have definitely happened to me here, but there are some really good things that have happened to me here as well. Not naming anything particular, but... if you know, you know. Anyway. I think that's all I got for you guys tonight, because I am petering out, and I do want to go lay down, because I am exhausted, and I need to rest my throat, because I don't want to die. I also just am very, very tired. You stay up late one night, and all of a sudden it fucks you up. But yes, next stream we're gonna be playing Voices of the Void, and I'm very excited for that. I'll try my best to make a nice little thumbnail instead of all these dinky little thumbnails I've been giving you guys lately. And we'll do a little rebrand. We're just gonna have a nice time. We'll probably do like 3 or 4 Voices of the Void streams. I'm gonna be so honest. Yeah, I'm subjecting you to my addiction, and you will like it. Anyway. It's been a pleasure as always, Quartz. It's lovely to hear from you. It's lovely to see you again, Leah, and it was great to be back. Thank you for the warm welcome back, everyone. What is my outro again? Right. Make sure you get something to eat if you haven't eaten anything yet. Make sure you get something to drink if you haven't drank anything yet. Make sure you take your medication if you haven't yet. It's always important. If you haven't taken your meds, do it now. If you're in school currently, make sure you study for that test or do your homework. Better do it late than never, I always say. Make sure you pet your pets, water your plants, take a shower if you haven't yet, brush your hair, brush your teeth, do what you need to do to take care of yourselves. Just know that I love you and I care about you, and there are people in your life that love and care about you as well. And I will see you guys next stream. Bye! Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I will see you guys soon. Goodbye, bye-bye. Bye now, bye-bye. Bye.